You see it?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, hour 2 of the Beers, Beers, and Bullshit podcast. Guess what? Yes, guess what? Oh, it still says the device is not connected. But
Just give him a minute.
we do have our very... Oh, fuck. Oh, there he is. Holy shit. We have our special fucking guest, an hour late.
It's not his fault.
Backstage right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Thomas Ian Nicholas.
Complete blame for my.
You know what? We're gonna blame. We're blaming Mark on this one. It's not your fault. It's Mark's fault.
No, dude, I'm late to everything, but this takes the cake of my tardiness. So you're welcome.
It's okay. We only talked a little bit of shit. It's okay.
I can see I'm already in like the ticker tape at the bottom. Thomas Nicholas was a no-show. We'll reschedule to a later date.
Listen, hey, I already warned you that this is going to be one of those shows. We are not like super professional, and it's going to be.
God damn it, Joe!
And sir, come on, it's funny, right? You can't be mad about it.
Funny, I'm not mad. I'm the asshole who's an hour late. What do you want from me?
Wait, hold on.
I was late a couple weeks ago, so it's okay.
But okay, so real quick, what is your excuse though?
Well, I had the time wrong.
You're wearing a watch.
My watch.
It looked like a watch.
Starting at 8.
You know what? It's okay. What? Where are you?
So then I get here at like 5 till, and I'm trying to get Chrome to open, and it won't open. And I'm like, oh, I should go message Joe and let him know like I'm having some issues with Chrome. I still can't get it to open. I'm on my phone right now.
So am I.
And my phone is leaned up against my laptop because I couldn't get Chrome to work.
I'm on my phone too, so don't. Chrome apparently doesn't like this website, so it's not you.
It's because you have a MacBook.
Because I've done StreamYard before with Chrome and all that.
I don't know. It's done this. How old is your computer?
My computer, I just got. I had one. Let's just make up for lost time here. I had a laptop that was from 2011.
Fair enough.
And then in 2020, when we were like doing so much stuff, I was like, okay, I have to finally get a new laptop.
All right.
So my laptop is like running Catalina. It's got like a terabyte of, it's, you know what I mean? It's a 2020 laptop, but apparently it doesn't work anymore.
Fair enough. All right, Joe.
All right. So, hey, Mr. Thomas Nicholas, would you like us to call you Tom? Would you like us to
Can I call you Henry?
Do we want to call you Mr. Nicholas? Can I call you Kevin? Can I call you Bill? Can I call you fucking Henry? I mean, what do you want us to call you?
I'm an hour late. You can call me anything you want to.
Just not late for dinner, because apparently
just don't call you late for dinner. What are you drinking there, Mister?
Yeah, I'm drinking a Lagunitas Hazy Wonder.
Oh,
hey, nice.
Okay.
That's why you won't shotgun, because you have the fancy ass beers.
Yeah, that would. I mean, he was an hour late, and then he passed out 15 minutes into the interview from shotgunning a hazy IPA.
He's been late once before.
I was actually asleep on 3/16 day, and I'm getting fucking messages up and down. I was half hour, 45 minutes late.
You're 45 minutes late.
Yep, it's okay. So it's all right. You're allowed to be late. You know, we figured you had a lot of shit you were doing. You're planning for a big ass trip.
Oh yeah, you got your show coming up in Arizona, my home state, this coming weekend. But real quick, so we do this with every guest. You have 2 minutes to give your life story in 2 minutes
or less.
My life story.
Your life story, yes. 41 years of fucking life in 2 minutes or less.
I was not prepared for that.
You are now.
Dude, I already told you, expect the unexpected, man. You have no idea what you just signed up for.
You're like, and P.S., you just wasted the first 20 seconds by not starting talking.
No,
exactly.
You start right now.
Well, I was born in Las Vegas. I'm high class trailer trash because we lived in a double wide. We were the only trailer with a pool and a tree. The pool was, of course, my dad dug a hole by hand and put a broken above ground pool below ground. High class trailer trash, but hard working. So anyway, moved to Santa Cruz with just my mom when I was 2, and then moved down to Los Angeles when I was 6 for my mom to pursue her acting career. I guess I got her out of a jam, and on a Sunday night, and then basically experienced what it was like to be on set with my mom and begged her to have an opportunity. And then she supported me for my entire career. And I owe everything that I have to my mom's support of me. And now I've got 2 kids of my own and my son's following in my footsteps. So, you know, here we are, still high class trailer trash and an hour late to everything I do.
Fucking A.
Can I hold on? So I gotta say this. I grew up in a trailer park in Arizona. I know exactly what you're talking about. I gotta ask you this, okay? As somebody who's grown up in trailer trash or high class trailer trash, as you call it.
Well, no, we were high class because
have,
we had the double wide. We had the mansion of trailers.
Oh, you guys had the double wide, but did you guys have 2 sets of stairs for the front door and the back door? Did you only have one?
Dude, I have no idea because I literally was only there until I was 2.
All right,
so.
Check this out. I think I can. You up won me with the up ground pool being buried. You know, with your dad doing that. I grew up in a trailer park that in Arizona that now where it exists is Walmart, which is redneck of the redneck. But it's funny because we had one set of stairs that went from the front door to the back door, and anytime that we wanted to use the back door, my dad had to wheel.
No fucking way.
It was hilarious, but it was a double wide. I will say this though, it was one of the double wides that had the 2 master bedrooms on both sides of the trailer. So the one side had the bathroom and bedroom, and the other side had the bedroom and bathroom, and then there was like a bedroom and a bathroom like side by side. So it was amazing. It was called Patio Park, is what I lived in.
Well, mine started with a P also. It was called Pahrump. It was about 33 miles outside of Vegas.
I know.
And if you ever watched Mars Attacks,
I know
it's
Pahrump.
I was
where,
gonna say, yep.
it's where the aliens landed when they met the president.
Holy shit.
100%. Like
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
My mom and I were watching that movie.
Holy shit.
Dude, Jeff, stop texting me.
It's okay. One of my brothers
like,
is literally texting me right now over and over, and I'm like, dude, I'm doing something right now.
So yeah, we were on a trip to Big Bear doing like skiing and stuff, and we had like a night where we went to the movie theater. They have like one movie theater there in town. They were playing Mars Attacks. My mom and I we literally rolled down like the aisleway in laughter when they landed in Pahrump in Mars Attacks. We couldn't believe it.
That was with oh, by the way, I'm sorry that we didn't introduce ourselves. So I guess Joe would be up front above you. That's Joe Myers 86. I'm Garrett or Stump. Either way you want to call me, just do not call me late like you are. Sorry, you were late. Listen, I'm a drummer, and if the guitar player is late, you're fired. And below me is as we like to call Mark, but we like to call him Marquitos.
Welcome to the shit show, sir.
There it is. Why do they call you Marquitos?
That's a good story, actually.
Yeah.
Basically, when I lived in Arizona, I used to hang out with a lot of people that were from, I don't know, like South America.
The thing is South. Are you wearing? Did you just put on a hat?
Well, you guys all have hats on, so I felt.
Wait, hold on. What hat company are you wearing?
That hat that you're wearing.
The
Cubs.
Man, looks like you are just jumping right into shit, aren't you?
Hold on. Wait.
You just fucked some stuff up, man.
Are you a fan of Sammy Sosa?
Just leave because I wore a Cubs hat?
No, he's
No, just
changing.
wait.
He is changing. Trust me.
By the way, I do not. I'm a St. Louis Cardinals fan.
Hey, I have a lot to say thank you to that organization, namely someone named Theo. We wouldn't have won if it wasn't for him. He proved that he was the common denominator between the Boston Red Sox and the Cubs winning the World Series.
Fair enough. I will say this though. I'm glad that you're not a Yankees fan because
Well, no, I got traded to the Yankees.
That's true.
And then I quit.
Technically, you got sold to the Yankees.
Sold to the Yankees, and then I quit. So apparently, Henry hated the Yankees so bad he was more willing to quit baseball than go play for the Yankees.
I would rather.
Okay, you got
I
sold.
would rather. Here's my thing. The two clubs that I would. Well, I'm an Arizona Diamondbacks fan through and through because that's just my home team. You know what, Mark? I'm going to do it in lowercase. Fuck you. I grew up watching that stadium. It's the Bob to me. I grew up watching that stadium be built through like elementary and middle school. So Diamondbacks is going to be, but I was a diehard Mark McGwire fan when I was little. Not because of that, but because of the fact that Mark McGwire, he was such a good, like he had such a good swing.
He is also an awesome dude. I just met him like a few years ago. We did an event together.
Check this out. So he actually has a connection to Tacoma, where I'm from.
He played for the Rainiers for a hot minute, didn't he?
He played for it was actually the team before it was Rainiers. I forget what they were called.
The Tigers.
Tigers. He was a Tacoma Tiger before he was a Rainier, which in the AA, which I'm a big baseball guy, so that's kind of my thing. Like baseball and music.
I hate baseball, and that's why a lot of my fucking questions are just gonna be bashing the fuck out of baseball. So straight up.
Oh, okay. By the way, I have to get this out of the way. By the way,
remember you got to think about. I grew up with the Mariners. If that means
did, but you guys also had like one of the best like players at the time.
Ichiro.
So funny both. Boston Red Sox Mariners story for you.
Okay.
So this one's for you, Marquitos, and then you're talking about the Mariners. So I went to Fenway. I guess I must have been promoting Rookie of the Year. I don't realize like the general nomenclature that you're not supposed to do this. They put me in a full head to toe uniform. So I'm roaming around Fenway in a full on Boston Red Sox uniform. And then they were playing the Mariners. So I met Ken Griffey Jr. So I have a ball that's signed by Roger Clemens and Ken Griffey Jr. Because again, I'm like not realizing that you shouldn't have opposing teams sign the same ball. I'm just like, that's Roger Clemens. That's Ken Griffey Jr.,
I mean, you were like what, 14 years old, 13 years old at the time. So, I mean, you're allowed to fucking geek out a little bit, right?
Okay. So, before this interview, I found out that one of my coworkers had, or basically still kind of has, a crush on you.
Oh shit!
And
we've got her in the chat. She's coming in.
No, I told her. She knows about this. She actually
Howard Stern show.
I don't know if she's actually in the chat, but I had told her about this. I'm not going to tell her she's married and everything. She's about to have a baby. I'm not going to call her out.
So.
But when I told her that we were going to interview you, she lost her mind. She was like, "Are you serious?" And I went, "Yeah, I'm dead serious. Like it's."
Well, that's better than what my wife said.
Yeah.
But we will get to that in a little bit. We will get to that in a little bit.
In a little bit. But so here's the thing. So I had asked her what she would ask if she had an opportunity to ask you something, what she would ask. And she could not give me a question. At all, like 100% could not give me.
Inappropriate. It was probably inappropriate.
Oh no! She legitimately could not give me an answer. So, to make up for it, I'm going to have Joe do something to make up for this.
Which part? Which one are we doing?
we're going to do. Are you ready for this, Joe?
Okay.
We're going to do. By the way, do I call you Thomas Ian Nichols? What do I call you?
You just. I think. Oh.
Oh God.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
I think we just call him whatever we want to call him. I'm just gonna
lost
call him.
audio. Hold on.
I'm just gonna call him Kevin.
Did you,
Fuck it.
did you,
What's going on?
did he? Hold on. Did you lose the?
No.
Think about it. He's
I got a
famous
spam.
celebrity.
Can you guys
People
still
are
hear
getting
me?
fucking text
Yeah.
messages.
Did you lose the?
What the heck happened?
He lost all four of us.
Dang it.
Take your
Just like I'm going analog.
Oh,
go
shit.
analog.
Hold on.
We're going live.
Oh, I'm sideways. Can I not be sideways?
And
You can if you
gotta
want.
turn on your fucking. You gotta turn
Jesus.
on auto rotate. Fuck, you can't hear us.
There we go.
There it is.
Okay. It's okay. You know what we're doing?
Can you
this
guys hear
live.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
No, what the heck happened?
Can you hear us?
Henry.
I got a spam call. I can't hear you guys. I lost audio. I got like a spam phone call. It said like spam risk, and it kicked me out of the audio.
What the
Now
fuck?
I can't hear you guys. Should I just like?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, text him real quick. Tell him to go out of the chat and come back.
Yeah.
Because that's what did it.
Hold up. I'm waiting for him to be like, "Oh, I got this." Hold up.
No, it's going to do that. By the way, my older brother is listening to this whole thing. By the way,
Fucking hey.
it's all right.
Fucking old people in technology, I tell you.
Check.
Penis.
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay. I think he got it.
Did he get it? Put him back in the chat.
What?
Joe.
What?
He just dipped.
I told him to leave and come back.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go pee real quick. If he comes back, Joe, do the rapid fire.
Yeah.
And do as many, and then Mark, do not ask him that question.
About the pie?
Yeah.
No, you ask him. No, you
Ask
ask him.
you know
about
what?
the
Fucking ask him. Ask him. I don't care. I'm gonna go pee.
You ask him about the fucking pie.
Yeah. Ask him if it was apple or cherry.
It was apple.
It was apple.
But
Yes.
was it Granny Smith or
No,
was
it was homemade.
But what apple
What
though?
apples? Oh fuck! How you like?
What
them
apple?
How do you like them apples? There he is.
Motherfucker. You
Can you
good?
hear us?
Dude, you guys sound like the Chipmunks.
Oh shit! No way! It
That's
fucking
the
happened.
best. You know what? We're just like the what is it the? Oh god!
I swear, you guys sound like Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. I'm not kidding. This is hilarious.
I know exactly what the fuck's going on here.
I'm gonna go back out and come
Do the
back
thing,
in.
do the
Yeah, please do. Okay, I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Please. You know what? This is amazing, and I love this.
This is the greatest episode.
I'm going pee. I'm gonna be right back.
I know exactly what the fuck happened there.
Fix it.
This is the greatest. Like, I'm gonna have to put this in 2 parts. I'm gonna have to make this a part 1, part 2. This is fucking fantastic.
I love it so much.
This is all so worth it. This is fucking. Shout out to Tara for this one. Shout out to Tara for this one. Are we back?
Finally.
Are we good?
Yes, we're good. Oh my
Okay, so
gosh.
I know exactly what the fuck happened because that's happened to me before where we all sound like fucking chipmunks. Like I know exactly what the fuck happened there. It's a weird connection issue that StreamYard sucks sometimes.
That was just wild because cool. I got that spam call and it just kicked me out, and you guys could hear me, but I couldn't
Yeah.
hear you. And then I logged out thinking, okay, that'll just fix it. And then I came back and it was like, hey, you guys.
Dude,
It was
no,
just,
I was
like, all
just saying, like,
broken up.
I'm already
Wow.
gonna put this in a 2-part thing on Spotify, and shit you not, this was completely worth every little cent.
This
Every
is
fucking penny.
yes.
So far, I mean, you could
You're like-
fucking leave right now. We already got what I needed. Fucking. All right, so
Yeah.
there's a major question I got to ask
An hour
because
of entertainment just shit talking me.
it's all right. It's okay. There's one major question we have to ask you, and this is from my buddy Puddles here.
Do you like my new name that I gave myself? For
Oh,
the
I loved
studio?
it. You're fucking the late guy. Yeah, so that's why I said, like, you are not a dick. Like, I felt like I was talking to a fucking robot half the time talking to you. Like, it's like you are not rude. You are fucking just honest. You are straight up. And it's like, fuck, dude, there's something about this guy. You fucking add the late dude, and it's like, hell yeah. So the ultimate question my buddy has for you, being Henry Rowan Gardner, could you strike out Benny the Jet Rodriguez?
Gardner.
I saw your TikTok of doing that the other day, and that was
It's
fucking
fucking-
amazing.
I had it planned out how I was gonna do it, like if you weren't an hour late, but I completely fucking forgot. So my buddy wants to know: could you strike out Benny the Jet Rodriguez?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's a fucking good question.
Are you an
Like
L7
then-
weenie?
then
Yeah, right?
or now?
You now you couldn't?
Saying then or now? It's a legitimate like. I mean, I guess since Henry existed then, we have to only be speaking of terms of then.
Talking about then for sure. If you're talking
Okay.
about then, could you strike him out? But hold on. Then, oh fuck, that's hard because
Yeah, you guys are about the same age.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of came up in the in the scene a little bit together. We were always at auditions together. In fact, I was just hanging with
Squints.
Chauncey in Des Moines, and
Squints?
Chauncey and I
Or
Squints. Yeah,
Chauncey, sorry.
we go way back to like we were trying to figure it out. Like I think like 88 is when we first met.
Fuck, dude, I was 2.
I was 4.
Those two,
I'm the oldest
You
of the
were born.
group, by the way.
not by much.
But apparently still not as old as the late dude.
I mean,
Yeah,
come on, you're
well-
old. I mean, I'm starting to think about like maybe you had already taken your fucking vitamins, you drank your chamomile tea and your hot milk. Maybe you just fucking went to night.
You put some Bengay on your elbows and went to bed.
I mean, listen, I was using Tiger Balm when we were doing Rookie of the Year. I was 12 with tendonitis. So, I've had old man problems
Okay.
at all ages.
By the way, so it's really funny that every time that I put my arm, I've said this before, I'm a drummer, but every time I do my stretch, I hear that noise
No, fucking
when it goes back. I don't know if it's one of those things, and it's like it's just one of those things where like it's just that noise, right? And
fucking noise. I know all about that, dude. I'm
it's
just
just that,
unhealthy.
My arm actually makes a noise when I do the maneuver, and it actually it pops.
But
Mine
see
does
the
too.
noise then, like that. Nobody
but
fucking
it
nobody's
doesn't make
body
that
makes
noise,
that
but it-
fucking noise, dude. What the fuck were they thinking? With
All
that
right.
one?
so Joe,
Like,
since
I wonder
now
if you could hear it if I do this. If I put this mic on here and hold it and do.
No.
If you could hear that, no, I can't hear
it's
anything.
too quiet. All right, Joe. So because my coworker couldn't give me a question to ask him,
Uh-huh.
I want you to go ahead and do the rapid fire.
The rapid
Question.
fire? You want me
Yes.
to do a rapid fire? Let's start with Rookie of the Year. So, Rookie of the Year, you had to audition for that role twice. Twice? Because you weren't. I mean, it makes sense. Like, the more I talk to you, it makes sense. You didn't have like somebody to fucking do all this shit for you, kind of thing. Like, you did everything yourself, right?
No, not then. I mean, then I had, and in the industry back then, you had agents. You couldn't really go to auditions without
But
an
like,
agent.
but I was reading an article on Vice. I read a Vice article. That's where I got a lot of my questions that I'm going to ask you. It said that you went in once because you didn't have something, but then you went in twice because Daniel Stern was going to give the role to his son, I believe.
So I mean, look, the Vice article is a little sensationalized. No offense to the
Son of a bitch.
journalist that
Okay,
wrote it.
How many questions am I getting rid of now?
No, but
keep-
it's fine. I've been telling those stories for years, but just the way she recanted it, she kind of didn't really get it right. But so the basic story is, I auditioned for it and I just didn't get a call back, and I happened to be switching agents at the time, and so my new agent got me an audition for Rookie of the Year, and I said, "Hey, I already auditioned for that, and I didn't get a call back." And she goes, "Well, obviously they don't remember you, so go again."
that
But
I mean
so
that
is
makes
this-
sense.
Is the story true that it was going to be Daniel Stern was going to give it to his son or some shit?
What happened is they auditioned, and this is not really like a fabrication. Like 3,000 kids auditioned for that role. They
Well, I
auditioned
believe
kids in L.A., in New York, in Chicago, and Danny just wasn't finding like someone that he thought was the right tone for the role.
Danny? Are you
So-
calling him Danny, not Daniel Stern? You're talking Danny? Damn, dude.
He goes by like that's
Fucking
what everyone called him on set.
Mind blown here, dude.
So Danny was like thinking to himself, well, my son Henry is only 10. His son is actually named Henry, he's now a senator here in California, which I have a great story about them to show what awesome people they still are, which actually relates to my son. So it's very full circle. We'll get back to that in 1 second.
Yeah.
Henry is 2 years younger than me. So he was only 10 at the time. And Danny was thinking, well, look, if I can't find anyone and I've exhausted casting directors in 3 cities, I know I can get what I want for this role from my son, who at that time wasn't even really an actor. Danny just knew what he wanted for the role and just wasn't finding it. So in I walk, and so I went to this audition again, and I get the call back, and I still remember to this day, I don't even understand why I said it, but I think it was because like you were asking me to explain my life in 2 minutes. And as a kid, imagine trying to explain, I was born in Vegas, but then I lived in Santa Cruz, and then I was in Los Angeles. You feel like you're not from anywhere.
Right.
It's like, where are you from? I'm from here. I live here. I grew up in LA. So I'm in the audition room, and I finished the audition, and Danny looks at me and goes, where did you come from? And in my mind, I'm thinking like, my story is like not a good answer for this. So I just go, my mother's womb.
I mean,
12
it
years
makes
old,
sense.
You're already fucking busting out shit. That's great.
You miss about a good 20 minutes of me doing puns.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. I forgot. Yeah, mother's womb.
There we go.
There it is.
All right.
Okay,
So the full circle story really quick is when my son did his audition for the M. Night Shyamalan movie Old, when we were in lockdown back in May 2020, he gets the role, and so they tell him that it's going to film in the Dominican Republic, and he doesn't have a passport, and there's no expediting passports when we were in lockdown. It was all shut down.
Yep.
So we basically had like 3 weeks to get him a passport in time for him to like get his work permit so that he could start shooting in September. So I knew that Danny's son Henry was a senator. So I was like, hey, Danny, I reached out to Danny and said, I'm sorry to ask you this, but here's the situation. Is there anything that like your son can recommend that we do? And Henry introduced me to like my local district, senator, and he helped expedite the process. And so basically, thanks to Danny and Henry, my son got his passport and was able to go act in M. Night Shyamalan's movie Old.
So I see. Here's the thing. I can't stand M. Night Shyamalan movies. They always fuck me up. Like they mess with my head so much that I can't stand watching his movies. But fuck, do I love that guy's movies?
Every time I still think of the stupid. It's from the what is that fucking Seth Green show that he did.
Which one?
On
Meg the Bunny?
Cartoon Network.
Robot Chicken. Oh yeah,
Robot
Robot
Chicken,
Chicken.
yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I love this.
I think Tom knows about some Robot Chicken shit, right?
I do know about some Robot Chicken.
But
Didn't
it's
you do
chicken shit.
Didn't you do some shit for Robot Chicken? I believe.
No, I mean I'm friends with Seth, but I haven't done any Robot Chicken.
Then
stuff.
maybe I read your IMDb incorrectly. So let's go back to Rookie of the Year. Let's go back to the Rookie of the Year. So I recently just went through any movie that I could to just catch up and like refresh my memory. He's going pee probably. I needed to refresh my memory on all your.
I love that
movies.
we never actually let him finish his story about how he got his name. It just
shit!
You'll never know. You'll actually. Here's the thing.
No, don't
and
worry.
now he's just gone.
It's the same thing with me. You will never know why they call me Stump.
There's multiple reasons.
There's multiple reasons,
My name
but
used
with
to be
Marquitos,
Sloppy Joe.
you'll never know.
My name used to be Sloppy Joe, and there's multiple different stories about that. So let's go back to
Second
Rookie of the
best.
Year. Let's go back to the Rookie of the Year real quick. So I rewatched that a few weeks ago as, a 35-year-old adult. Your voice cracking drove me fucking nuts. What was it like going through puberty and having to be like on screen and literally blew up your fucking career? To do like
The voice cracking was actually on purpose.
no,
My
fuck
voice,
you.
my voice never actually cracked like that. But because of the changes that were happening, going through puberty, I could, how you could make your voice crack.
Was it your Casey Kasem impression?
I mean, it just was one of those things where I did it, and Danny was like, "Oh yeah, make your voice crack like that," and then it just became the thing. So I would just do it on purpose. It was a controlled voice crack, but it was part of the character's trait. It was a character trait, but that my voice never cracked like that, like accidentally.
Are you signing autographs as you're
did you
fucking
get
doing
to
this?
like meet
Oh,
like
these?
John
No,
Candy?
They were in my pocket. I just found them. And
Okay,
now
I thought you were signing
fiddling with
autographs.
pen.
Mark, ask your question. Yes,
I'm
for
just.
sure.
I'm gonna here. I'll sign your guys' face right here. Oh, he tapped my phone. Oh no.
It does
What,
no
Mark?
good.
What were you going to ask him?
Mark, ask his question.
I'm like, did you actually like get to meet like John Candy?
I did it during the film because he wasn't in the original script.
Oh,
They shot him 3 months later. So most of his stuff is straight up John
Post.
Candy, awesome ad libs. But it was like a year later when the film was coming out, I got to do like a PSA with John Candy at his recording studio in Hollywood. So my mom and I went down there, and his son was about 2 years younger than me. And so we did the PSA. He was the nicest guy in the world. In the front room, he had purchased The Bar from Only the Lonely, which was his favorite film that he'd been in, which is his only
No
drama
way.
at that point. And so it's in the front room. He had like one of those like video arcade, arcade game things. So he sat and just, shot the shit with my mom for like 2 hours, and I played video games with his son, and we just hung out.
It was funny. I actually just found his son on TikTok about a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, no way.
His son looks identical to him.
No shit.
Oh,
I did
no
not know.
way.
And
I didn't know he had a fucking kid.
It's crazy because like at first he was like, I don't really want to like you guys to know who, but then like the more you kind of dive into his thing, he like brings out who his dad is. And it's crazy because like a lot of the like kid celebrities, a lot of them don't talk about who their parents are, right? And it was funny because like he's just like, yeah, my dad was one of the coolest dudes ever. Like, and then he like shows like a still picture of his dad being Uncle Buck, and I'm like, his dad was John Candy. Like a lot of people within our generation know Uncle Buck. Like,
yeah,
they know the great outdoors. They know like that sort of that era of John Candy, right?
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah, exactly. Planes, trains.
But it's like,
dude, I've been quoting planes, trains like my entire life.
Dude, me being a musician,
even like TikTok, Home Alone when.
Hold on, what Thomas?
I was gonna say my TikTok live, my daily live that I was doing for a minute is called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So like when I'm waiting on a plane, I will like just go live for 10 minutes because I'm just like bored waiting for the plane, and I love that movie. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Marquitos.
It's a great movie.
Go ahead, Mark. No, what were you gonna say, Mark?
That's Mark. Yeah, that's Mark. That's what he does. He likes to say something, but then just change his mind. Mark,
we love you, Mark. What were you gonna say?
No, I'm trying. I can't remember.
Oh,
you were gonna quote Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Do it.
Oh no, how John Candy's in there as the freaking folk band.
No, that's in
Home Alone.
That's in Home Alone.
That's a polka band.
No, wait. Yeah, that's what I was going to.
He's a polka king.
Or technically the devil.
He was a salesman in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Or
where's your hand?
I was gonna say
between two pillows.
Fucking love John Candy. John Candy was a famous. Like,
you know what?
Fabulous. He was.
You know what, John? We'll never have another John Candy.
No, never.
And I love the fact that like we still have a lot of his good movies that he did.
Do you
Okay,
remember
so
his, TV, his
I got
cartoon, Camp Candy?
yeah, Cap Candy. So
I
okay,
used to watch the shit.
Thomas. So I have a question for you. This is two actors that not a lot of people are going to know about. That I want to know who you think would win in a fight.
Well, one of them is a known one. The other one, eh.
Nobody really knows. Okay, it's Chris Elliott or what's his last name of Daniel's last
Daniel Stern. Who would
Daniel
win in a
Stern.
fight between Daniel Stern and Chris Elliott?
Who? Chris Elliott from.
He was in
From
American Pie. He was in
Home Alone.
No, Daniel Stern was in Home Alone. Chris Elliott
Oh,
was in
sorry.
American Pie.
Chris Elliott was in Something About Mary.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry,
yeah,
not
he
American
was- I
Pie.
was like-
Sorry, yeah. Fuck,
like,
I already
you
got
guys are-
spaced out here.
Well, Daniel Stern for sure.
Daniel
Yeah.
Stern, you think?
Dude, have you never seen Very Bad Things?
I mean,
That's
I'm just
true.
gonna say.
Oh shit, I forgot about that movie.
So Daniel Stern looks like my father, so I automatically think he's gonna get his ass kicked. So
Well,
I mean, Chris Elliott will probably like bite.
Yeah.
ankle,
yeah.
You know,
He'll
that's
bite
only
his
when
thumb
he's
off.
like losing the fight.
Fair enough.
fucking great.
Okay. I had to ask you that just because it's like something that like because me and you are pretty close in age, and I think that's kind of those actors that were kind of like the dudes that we kind of grew up that we always saw. So I have another one for you.
Okay.
Now, I'm the only single one. The rest of you guys are married.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
So-
this the transition where I get to find out what your wife said when she found out I was
Oh,
coming on
don't
the
worry,
show?
we're getting
No,
there.
no,
We're
no.
gonna get there.
You're good.
Don't worry.
So I actually found this out that you were part of Party of Five for a second.
Yes,
Okay.
I made a mistake and did not include that in my "What's My Name" challenge on TikTok.
You're
I should have
okay
put
because
Todd.
we dug it up. Don't worry.
Don't worry. We did our research for the last like
We
3
did.
fucking weeks when I said, "Hey, this
Yeah.
guy's gonna do some shit," and we dug up some shit, sir.
Now, this is something I have to ask. Okay, I know you're married. I hope your wife is not going to listen to this. She probably won't. She probably has no idea you're even doing this.
No, she does because I ran upstairs and I go,
Oh fuck.
What
just so
time is
you
it?
know, I'm an hour late to a podcast that I'm supposed to have been on an hour ago. So can you put the kids to bed because I'm gonna be a little late.
All right.
I just gotta say you were very sweet about it and very, very honest. Shit. Fuck.
You know what? Here, you know what? You're not at fault. We get it.
I went
We're-
on to
we're
tell
all
you I
adults.
was having trouble with my Chrome, and you're like, "Is there a scheduling issue?" I'm like, "What's he talking about?" I'm like 5 minutes early. I've never been early in my life.
Nope.
Oh, and
No,
I'm not going to start today.
Okay.
It's okay. So, I have two people that I want to know. Basically, so if you had to pick and choose as a celebrity crush, now this is not because you're a celebrity, but because you've acted with these people before, but as just a 90s kid, I have two that I need to ask that who were your celebrity crushes. Okay.
Okay.
One of
wait.
them. Now we've talked about this, and I know Joe's like, "Fuck, why are you gonna ask him this?" But I have to.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
So her name, what was her name? It was
Lacey
Lacey
Chabert.
Chabert
yes, or
Lacey
what was
Jennifer
your-
Chabert.
Love Hewitt. Or Chabert, sorry, or Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Okay. Now, out of the two, who is the one that you had the biggest crush on?
Well, so
Not as an actor, but as just a 90s
If you had
kid.
to pick one, if you were a fucking teenage kid looking at these two,
I'm going to go with Lacey Chabert. Sorry, but that's who I'm going with.
So, when I was shooting Party of Five, I did a 9-episode arc, and my character Todd was
Todd.
he was a violinist. Remember, Lacey was a violinist, and they basically had everyone on that show, like all the Party of Five main cast, had all like you know, it was basically like 90210. That was like Party of Five. Like everyone was like, we were just watching them, you know, hook up. And Lacey was the youngest, so she never like had her hookup. So that's where they bring in the dude from American Pie to, you know, of course, you know, do his thing. But obviously as like a nerd or whatever. But yeah. So we were shooting the show. Obviously, Lacey's a sweetheart. I worked with her again on a film that I produced called The Lost Tree, which it came out in 2017, I think. So Lacey's amazing. At the time, she had a boyfriend, and so
Hold on. We're not talking to, like, you as a celebrity. We're talking about you as the teenage boy in the 90s or preteen.
I promise you, the story's gonna get better.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let the man talk.
So while we're shooting, Jennifer Love Hewitt had her show at the next stage. So apparently, as the legend goes, she heard that I was shooting there, and specifically, which she never did, came by the set just to say hello to everyone. Because she used to be on Party 5 before she did her spinoff show. And, you know, we may or may not have hung out for like a few months after that. Maybe. I mean, there's nothing really to write home about. I may or may not have been at her family's house for Thanksgiving, but lots of people were there.
I'm going to put it in mini quotes.
Oh, fucking A, dude. This is a bombshell here. First off, I didn't know she had a spinoff show. Second off, holy shit.
So it's, you know, again, it's when you're meeting people, it's kind of hard to like differentiate and then what you think about them, because once you meet someone, then what you think about them sort of goes out the window, and then you get to know who they are, and then you start to like put the details in. So yeah, maybe you have like the hots for somebody, but then you meet them and you find out they're like super laid back and normal, and they're like with someone. So you're not obviously like, you're like, okay, then that sort of idea gets put on pause because you got to respect, you know, people.
Right. Okay, so then I guess I'm going to reevaluate my question. Who was your teenage crush?
Yeah, who was just your general teenage crush then?
I'm
waiting for a specific answer too.
Yeah, I mean, I remember who's the boss. I didn't have any scenes with her because I was playing a young Tony Danza. It was one of my first jobs back in 1987.
I actually used your picture in the intro of fucking like from Who's the Boss. I believe that, yeah, dude. Because I had to find a bunch of pictures from you for like our special guest, and I think one of them was like very baby little.
Did you have a crush on the grandma?
No, I had a crush on Alyssa Milano.
Oh,
well, who didn't have a crush on her?
Right. But I mean, she was like 13. I was like 7. And I brought her presents every day.
Oh, you were you were adorable then. Yes, you were adorable.
Not because, but I mean, dude. I mean, I would have done the same thing.
But so the thing is that I forgot that one in the TikTok. That's not my name challenge. I didn't put Tony there.
You didn't.
Blew that one. I'm gonna have to redo that one. You're gonna have to do it.
Well, we're digging up stuff that you didn't even know that we knew that you were in.
I mean, there's obviously I'm not going to talk about A Kid in King Arthur's Court, because honestly, I can honestly say,
or the straight to VHS sequel,
or A Kid in Aladdin's Court. Yes, don't worry, I'm not bringing up that. I didn't enjoy it. I did not enjoy that movie. So that's
all right.
You know,
if anybody else would like to,
A Kid in King Arthur's Court was an odd one because
you played a baseball player twice in a row.
Well, it wasn't odd just for that. It was
he went to second base.
Fuck no, we can't talk about bases yet. That's later in the questions.
It was just odd because the director really saw it as like a coming of age story when in reality it was just a kid's fantasy film, you know. Yeah. So there was like two different kind of movies going on with that movie.
I mean, by the way, can I say every time there's a teenage movie, they're always calling it a coming of age.
But
no one saw that coming. I'm sorry.
Well, we all saw it. Oh, there it is. The puns are back. But Kate, Great on that film. She was actually younger than Paloma, who was playing my love interest. So Kate, I was 14, Kate was 18, and Paloma was like 24.
Fucking weird.
Right.
Really?
But Kate was great. I mean, we hung out in England after that, and you know, remained friends for a while, and yeah, she's super cool.
Fucking. Can we fast forward a couple years now?
Sure.
Let's fast forward a couple years real quick. So
Hold on. If we're going to get into that movie, which we all know, so Mark has a specific question he wants to ask about.
well, I'm not getting to that one yet. I want
Not that
to
one? Okay.
I want to
Okay.
touch base on Halloween I want to touch base on Halloween Resurrection real quick. Just very, very quickly. You were killed by the most legendary fucking killer of all time. Did you expect it to go differently? Did you think you were going to get killed off differently? Were you happy with it? And how did it feel being like, I just got murdered by Michael fucking Myers?
I did think I was going to go down differently because in the original script, I did. In the original script, Bill Woodlake was a sycophant of Mike Myers, and he was the character that brought the Mike Myers costume and dressed up like Mike Myers.
Shut
So
up.
when I signed on to that role, that was my role. And when I arrived on set, I get new pages and I see that they give it to Busta. So then I call my agent. I'm like, they changed the role. And he goes, well, what do you want to do? Like, they're not going to turn this around now. They obviously, you know, want to give this to, you know, to Busta. And I said, fine, then they're going to kill me first. And they're like, well, they don't want to do that. I said, well, then they give me back the Mike Myers costume. And the reason I wanted to die first is I knew it would mess with, I hadn't done a horror film yet. And I'm not like a horror film buff,
Either
but I
is
know
Mark.
enough.
Neither is
I
Mark.
know
It's
enough
okay.
about horror films to know the more recognizable a person is, the longer they're going to live during the course of the film. And that's what
Except-
threw everyone off on when Drew Barrymore
Yeah,
died at
because-
the beginning of Scream.
Because
Except,
a lot of those people in that movie, I did not know who most of those fucking people were.
Well, but
except
like-
for, hold on.
Except for Tyler Banks
Except
and
for-
Mr. Rhymes. And
Except for LL Cool J in the Shark movie.
oh, fuck.
Right. Yeah, but that's years later, though.
But
So I'm saying-
but he was the quickest celebrity to die that fast.
That was years later.
Yeah.
Prior to Halloween Resurrection, Scream was the first time you had like a notable face die in the opening scene.
Which is funny because so me and she's almost 18. I have she's 17-year-old daughter. And me and her actually last night we watched a couple of scary movies because she wanted to watch scary movies. And we watched Halloween Kills and the newest Scream movie. And I predicted who was the killers and how Mike Myers was going to kill each time. And I didn't say anything to her. I was just like, oh, I know what's going to happen. And I was just like, but I'm not going to say anything. Because it was her first time really seeing the movies. And I grew up on that stuff. I don't know if you can see it, but I have freaking, yeah, can you see it? I have Freddy Krueger tattooed
yeah.
on me. As where's Freddy?
Dope.
And it's funny because like I'm gonna get where's Mike Myers, where's Jason, where's Pinhead, where's Chucky, where's Pennywise. I'm gonna get all those like tattooed on me. I'm also gonna get Dr. Giggles because that's one of my favorites. I'm also gonna get Candyman tattooed on me at somewhere because not everybody knows who Candyman is. But that's crazy because going into that, like me and her, like literally we were talking about the whole thing, and I was just like, this is literally, and after we watched it, I go, this new one is almost a scene for scene of Scream 1. And she was like, are you serious? I go, watch it.
So I got to know though, like here's this question. Were you like, did you know when it was going to happen, or was it just like, surprise, I'm jumping through a fucking mirror? Were you scared at all?
No,
Knowing
I mean not. And to answer Felicia Meyer's question, there was I
she's over here fucking
legitimately
snorting.
squared?
She's over here fucking laughing and
Squared.
snorting and shit. The fact you just said her fucking name.
No, I wasn't legitimately scared because Brad Lorry is really, really funny. So he would say stuff behind the mask, and it would be like difficult to not laugh.
So did
So
he
I
jump
remember-
up? Did he jump through that mirror and go, "Boo, bitch"?
No, the funniest thing that he ever did was when we do the like a la Psycho moment where he's like stabbing Bill in the head
Mhm.
before he does like the big stab at the end. But when you like see the shadow on the shower curtain wall, and you just see like it almost is reminiscent of Psycho. That's what Rick Rosenthal wanted. And so they're filming the shadow on the wall, and Rick's saying like, get lower. So I'm like down on my knees, and while Brad Lorry's stabbing me, and I just remember he was just like, "Sick it, you pig." I'm like being killed, and I'm dying of laughter. I know they're not going to use the sound anyway, so I'm cackling with laughter because Brad Lorry just like throwing out these zingers underneath the mask.
Like, I want to know, because when they found you again and you were fucking upside down in the fucking, you pulled down the thing for the attic and shit. What the fuck is that thing called? A ladder. Did you, what was that like to have to hang upside fucking down and just act dead? Did you at all just lose your shit throughout the whole filming? Just like, I can't fucking.
Well, my memory of that is slightly shifted because it essentially delves into American Pie 2. So it's a weird one. My memory is like contorted because I don't really remember what the harness was like. I just remember there was a lot of times I was hanging upside down for a long period of time.
And it had to stay completely fucking still.
Well, right, but I ended up with a burst blood vessels in my eye.
Shit.
So my eye was like all jacked up. Again, remember I talked about like wanting to die first because I knew I had just finished filming American Pie 2. So I knew that American Pie 2 was going to come out before Halloween. So I knew that I would have that like recognizability factor and people would not anticipate me dying early and it would be a big shock. So I was excited about that to make up for not getting to dress up like Mike Myers. But I finished doing that and I have all these burst blood vessels in my eye and I get a phone call from Universal like, hey, we need you back in Los Angeles for some reshoots.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, I can't do any reshoots, man. My eye's messed up. They're like, well, we don't have time. You got to come. So if you look at the final scene, because in the final scene of American Pie 2 where all the boys get together and they have their like, their
the
moment
beach party
of camaraderie.
and shit and just
right,
fucking hanging out.
In the first movie, we sit at the steps and we talk about, how like we're really feeling about everything. And in the second movie, Kevin goes back to the library and like tries to find the Bible.
The Bible.
Which
Not
that
there.
is an upcoming question. That is
Twister.
definitely an upcoming question about that shit.
And so
God damn it, Joe.
friends like come there and they have their moment like in the library. But it was too sad because it made like Kevin not just nostalgic, but like trapped in nostalgia. So they wanted to just have the conversation on the beach. But if you look at the scene on the beach, it's literally like normal lighting on Finch, normal lighting on Jim, and then it cuts to Kevin, and it's just this orange like glow of like it looks like I'm in like a Fabio movie.
Oh, I thought
I'm about to pull that shit up because I did not notice
mess
that.
with the lighting to
So
cover up how messed up my eye was.
You had the soft lighting, but I thought it was because you were fucking high. Like that's so like now knowing that's fucking insane. Like just to know like the ins and outs of that shit. Like that makes total sense now. Like I thought they just did that because you're fucking high as shit. Like
we don't talk about if he does drugs because he will dodge that question.
Well,
I mean, the funny thing is, like, my eyes get really red, like, after I take a shower. And so I'll do, like, these videos on TikTok, and everyone's like, man, you high as shit. What's going on? I'm like, my eyes got red. Like, what?
Do you smoke weed? I mean, you can answer this question.
No, because I don't
you can
talk
dodge
when I smoke weed.
Okay.
Like if I smoke weed, I'll be like the quiet guy in the corner. I'll be like Marquitos over there. I'll like not have.
Hey!
Like,
And fucking A, dude. I already said,
Oh,
dude.
you
roast
called it
the
out.
fuck out of Marquito.
We like seriously.
I actually didn't tell him. I have not actually told him yet. I told these guys that I told you to fucking rank on Marquitos, and I
I'm
actually
so
never
glad you
fucking
did.
told you. You're just doing it on your
Please.
fucking own.
Keep it coming.
No,
I've
seriously,
tried to get.
Mark is our fucking like he's our comic relief because he spaces out so much.
All right, so I gotta
How
do
many
this.
times he's
All
watching
right,
TV?
so Thomas, can you do me a favor? So I tried to get these guys earlier. Joe did he burned me pretty well earlier. Mark wouldn't do it.
Oh fuck!
Joe, can you just do it just on Thomas?
Got
just
you.
the screen.
I got.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
I'm actually gonna do something a little bit differently. I'm gonna do something a little bit differently.
Just me and him. All right. Can you do me a favor? I don't want you to roast me, but I want you to give me your best insult you can ever give somebody.
I don't really have like good insults.
I want you to legitimately like I want you to just say just something that's funny to you, but it's such an asshole thing to say to somebody.
I mean, I might say things. See, the funny thing about me is like if I say something that like is a roast, I don't mean it in a roast way until like after it comes out of my mouth, and I'm like, oh man, that was a really messed up thing to say.
But just do it, because here's the thing. Like I'm trying to get it to where like I don't get embarrassed and I don't get offended very easily. Like my nickname is Stump. How offended am I going to be
by anything that I say?
Just
you got a thick skin to it, so you're already like been through the ringer, so to speak.
I've been through the ringer so much that literally every washer I go through, I'm already in the fucking spin cycle.
Right.
So like, I want you to give me your best insult. It doesn't.
I have to come in for that. I have to come in for that joke real quick.
All right, because you said ringer and fucking Anyways, give me your best one that you've either have said to somebody or you want to say to me right now.
I got nothing. I'm not an insult guy. I'm the sensitive kid. Like I was always the kid.
Sweet. I honestly think he's way too fucking sweet to do it.
But nobody with the 3 name is never sweet.
Yes.
But that's because I had 2 choices with 3 first
Do you
names.
have to censor yourself for being who you are? Because this is a safe space here, bro. You don't have to censor yourself here.
You don't have to. No.
I'm saying though, I had 2 choices with 3 first names. It was serial killer or child actor of the 90s. I obviously chose child actor.
No, you chose serial killer because every single 90s actor literally has serial killer names.
Oh, fucking.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Like Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Shush.
Like, I mean, come on, that's just straight up. I mean, like,
well, remember he was starring with Zachary Ty Bryan.
Zachary Ty Bryan. We talked about him earlier too.
Younger brother, Mark.
They all had 3 names, and here's the funny thing: you were originally
what was this? It was Bradley something. Oh God, what was the middle child's name?
But you were actually gonna go just as Thomas Nicholas, but there was already a Thomas Nicholas in the Screen Actors Guild, so you had to bring up Ian, right?
Yeah. Well, I tried to be Thomas Nicholson, but that was already taken as well.
So I do have to ask this.
Nicholson.
Okay. I do have.
Yeah,
to
I was going to tell
this.
everyone I was Jack's illegitimate.
That's fucking hilarious.
Hold on. Come out. Stop before you go any far, because I've already read that your name isn't your name.
So we have a conspiracy theory about your real name.
We do have a conspiracy theory, yes.
And I've thought of 2 of them. One of them makes more sense than the other.
Okay.
You don't have to answer it.
No, you don't have to answer it. You don't have to. I mean,
because
If you
because
tell me
you can
yes
hit me
or
with
no, I
anything.
understand that.
I got you. I got answers for it.
because
What's up?
here's the thing. I know what hospital you were born in. I know what state you were born in. I know what date and time you were born in.
Okay, Nerdwater.
the same day as Jessica Simpson.
Stock much?
No,
No,
I
no,
just
no.
have access to a website that can give me a lot of things that most people don't know.
Right.
But here's the thing.
Taron Noah Smith was the younger brother. Taron Noah Smith.
Noah Smith. Okay. Now we
Any
know
first
that
names?
we know that your son's name is a specific name. But we're not going to say your son's name because we're not going to do that, right?
Yeah.
Now that is a conspiracy theory that your son's name is actually your real name.
No, I gave him a cool stage name.
Oh, okay? Now here's the other one. You know who
So
Scott
his
Ian is?
name is Nolan River.
Yeah.
My first and middle name is Thomas Nicholas. So I gave him a cool first. My wife and I talked about it, and we gave him a cool middle name so that if he ever wanted to get into entertainment, and also he could have his own identity.
Right.
Because I'm a big fan of
But-
how long until you realize that Nick Cage was a Coppola? How long until you realize that
Well,
Jason Schwartzman
yes.
was like related to the Coppola family? But
yeah,
like,
that was
no
that's-
offense,
yeah.
Tom Hanks, Colin Hanks, boring.
Can I tell you? I knew who Nicolas Cage was a Coppola ever since Face Off.
Well, it also he got introduced.
But you didn't know
as,
when he was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
exactly. Fast
I
Five-
did,
Fast
actually.
Five, actually was introduced
Because
as
you-
Nicolas
Because you
Cage.
knew what hospital he was born in and what
Fucking
time he was born.
I can look it up. Here's the thing.
No,
One
I
of the
meant
reasons-
then.
No, here's one of the things. The reason
been
why
doing this
everybody
for a
calls
while.
me. Here's the reason why a lot of people call me Stump, and it's not because of my hands. It's because I know so much useless shit that literally I've made this dude literally lose his fucking mind because
We're
I
not-
know certain.
We're not
It-
doing it.
And we're not gonna do it today.
So we know who Nicolas Cage was going to play in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, right?
Yes. I'm not
You
going to say
guys-
who it is because
Yo,
I
he
want
was
them
not.
to. I want them to look it up before I.
He was not going to fucking play Spicoli.
He wasn't old enough.
Fuck, dude, there was no fucking way.
Oh,
Here's the thing, though.
They're like, oh,
Oh, they're like. So I know so much useless shit that when I and I told this to Joe. Joe, literally, when I bring shit up, Joe's like, I don't believe it. He'll look at it and he goes, "How the fuck do you know this?"
Talking about Joan Rivers earlier, and it's like, fuck. Okay, so can we go? We're gonna go back into the American Pie shit real quick.
All right,
Because
now
before
hold on.
this guy just goes, "Hey, your time's up," and I'm just gonna fucking leave.
Can we at least?
God, I
I
love this
want
dude.
I want Mark to ask this question.
Ask this question, Mark. Ask it. Ask it. Ask it. We're going to American Pie real quick. It'll also be a segue to the next question I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
Ask it.
Don't be
Mark.
afraid.
I'm confused.
very
The pie.
Don't be. Hey, Mark.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Don't be an apple to his eye.
You guys suck. Hate all of you.
Just go. Just go.
Just go, Mark.
Was there like a huge joke about the pie with Jason?
That wasn't the
Biggs?
question.
That
What?
was the question.
That
No.
was the question.
No. You want to know if he was there when he fucked the pie.
Yeah, were you there when he fucked the pie?
I could have put that.
It wasn't.
No. Okay. So there's two. I
Damn.
know that there's two versions of it. Well,
When he's
they
standing up
well,
and he's
I
on
do
the
this.
counter.
This is two. So there was two versions of it. There was the one of him on the counter, which I do remember him on the counter, and then there's him
Standing up.
humping, standing up.
Right.
Which one do you remember the most?
What was in the theatrical version? The
The
standing up?
original script actually was when he got home, the pie wasn't warm anymore, so he heated it up in the microwave, and then he gave himself third-degree burns.
I did hear about that.
And
So
also,
that was-
let me just
that
say
was
with the
the-
note, you notice that she spelled your with the wrong version, your, right?
Yeah. not you are.
It's
I do
you
that all
are
the-
favorite, not your.
Yeah.
in text messages all the time, and it drives everyone crazy, and I
Fucking
don't
shit.
care.
Who gives a fuck? Actually, so there's actually another question that Mark wanted
Siri
to
doesn't
ask you.
care.
So, as you can tell, I have a really thick mustache. I don't know if you can tell, but I have a really thick mustache. He wanted to
That was
know.
part of your face.
It has its own signature move. Mark wanted to know if Eugene Levin's
Levin.
eyebrows were as thick as
Levy.
my mustache.
We wanna
the two
know about his
caterpillars
eyebrows.
dancing above his eyes.
Yes.
His
Yeah.
his
Are they
signature
as thick
caterpillars.
as what we
Yes.
think
You know, it's only now that I realize, like, I probably should have asked Eugene, like, way more about John Candy. I
Oh,
totally
fuck.
never did that
I
because
wish
they
you
were on
did.
SCTV together.
Yeah.
Six City.
Yeah, like I'm realizing now that's a missed opportunity.
By the way, do you guys know that the scene in Outdoors when him and Dan Aykroyd were talking about the bear, that whole thing was not scripted?
I believe it. I
And Dan
believe it with those
Aykroyd
guys.
literally when he was talking about when he was giving the story, and when he does the jump scare, that's actually Dan Aykroyd's real his actual like reaction. Dude, ever since I knew who that bear was, the bear was named Bart. And my older brothers are about your age. I got one brother that's about your age, and he's been texting me the whole night, like since we've been doing this, and he's like, "Oh, you're talking to Kevin from American Pie," and I'm like, I'm not answering him because it's on my phone. I'm talking to you on my phone, so like I haven't been answering him. So, but yeah, it's it's funny because like that's one of I grew up with that shit. I'm more of the older, I guess, like millennial. Like I'm a zennial or whatever they call it. Like
A
I'm
zillennial.
zennial, whatever. Like I'm in the middle of like dude.
Garrett,
I
shut
can't
the
even
fuck
grow
up.
hair on my
Shut
fucking
up.
knees.
Garrett, shut
You're
the fuck
only
up, or
2 years
No,
older than me.
No. Hold on a second. Like, I grew up in a generation to where, like, I know the weird shit that happened in between shit to where, but I also grew up in a very small town that these two
Motherfucker's almost
fuckers
42
aren't
years
going to
old,
understand.
you know.
No. Him and I understand the fucking trailer park shit. You two are not going to understand it.
Oh, yeah, I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I know.
It was plastic, but it was painted silver. We get it.
That's why you're wearing a tuxedo shirt, buddy.
It was
Exactly.
You motherfucker! I dressed up
He
for the
grew up
late
He
guy.
did.
Pork
The
in
late
his
guy.
mouth.
But
That
here,
improv scene you mentioned reminded me of the improv scene in one of my favorite films, Caddyshack.
Yes.
How there was no scene between Chevy Chase and Bill Murray, so they just went like, "Oh, we got to put them together." So that whole bit with the cannonball is all ad lib.
yeah, it's 100%. Yeah, like in the Snicker bar that fucking is in the pool. Like
When he
nobody
picks
It was
it
a
up,
payday bar.
or payday.
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't a payday, was it? No, because payday didn't have
It
chocolate.
was a payday.
no,
Payday
it
didn't
was
have chocolate.
no, it was a what's the other one? It's not a payday. It's
It was
the
a payday.
that's Mounds don't.
Mounds.
no. What's the other chocolate and
You
peanut
mean
butter?
Milky Way?
No.
No, it was a Snickers bar, I believe. But, okay, who the fuck cares? Who the goddamn
It
cares?
was a payday.
No, it's the fucking. Who cares? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
I fucking
Can I
care.
go back to the questions here before this guy
Yes.
decides to fucking leave us?
Are you going to leave us right now?
No, you got me for at least another 15.
Oh no,
Okay.
we got you for another 45. You're not leaving.
You're late, motherfucker.
Yeah,
No,
you were late.
We've
so
already
you're
gone
on
pretty
our
fucking far here. All right, so
You're
let me
on
just
our
bring up something. So you almost didn't get
This
the
is
role of
our
Kevin.
time. Your time over there, that's your time. But down here, this is our time.
Goonies.
Motherfucker did not just quote Goonies. My wife took me to fucking Cannon Beach and I cried.
Hey, you guys.
When I saw The Rock, I cried.
I went to the house.
Oh, That bitch.
I went and actually I did a selfie in the gel system, and I got a picture of the fucking Jeep.
Jesus
It's
Christ,
a
why do you
it's
think
a
fucking-
Hold on, wait.
from
Like, shit.
Kindergarten Cop.
But here, yeah, Kindergarten Cop and Johnny Five.
And
Love Johnny
Ninja
Five.
Turtles 3.
My acting coach coached all those kids on Kindergarten Cop, so I was on set a couple of times.
No
Okay,
shit.
by the way, my favorite scene in the whole thing is not Duma. That's like the best part is boys have penises and girls have
Girls have
vaginas.
vagina.
That kid is in Full House, and he did that same scene again in Full House. And like, I always hated that kid. I always thought he was annoying as fuck.
But you loved him in Pet Sematary.
I didn't.
No.
No. Church and the dad were my 2 favorite in that. Well, other than fucking Herman, the next door neighbor, which by the way, no one actually fucking knows that. Was my favorite and was my favorite, but it also, that movie made me scared of 18-wheelers, and my dad actually was a truck driver at the time that movie came out, so I could not walk in front of my dad's truck because I was always afraid that truck was going to run me over. But it's
Right.
also because of the movie Truck, and also the movie oh god, what was that
Duel.
no, Duel. Okay, by the way, that movie was fucking. By the way, that's Felicia.
Hello.
Hey, you said my name right.
Duel.
I
I fucking love that movie. Thank you for bringing that up, because anytime I bring that movie up, nobody knows what I'm fucking talking about, and I hope they redo that movie. But I hope they do it in Australia. I don't want them to do it as an American movie. I want them to do it as an Outback movie.
Right.
Because
Why don't
that
you
would
can
make
do it here, not now.
it would make way more sense. But no, what's the one with not, oh god, what is his name? Not fucking Charlie Sheen's brother.
Emilio Estevez.
Yeah. What is it called?
His brother? What's
Yeah,
he called?
he did the one where the trucks came alive.
Oh, fucking
Override.
fucking hey, Maximum Overdrive.
Override.
Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah.
Now, it's funny that Trucks and Maximum Overdrive are literally the same fucking movie. But like,
See, I
I
think
grew up, but
The sketchiest 18-wheeler scene I can think of is The Hitcher.
Oh shit. Okay.
The Hitcher
like,
with Rutger Hauer and C. Thomas Howell, when he comes outside and his girlfriend is between the
Yes,
two
yes.
trucks.
Oh,
I mean, I still like I saw that scene when I was like,
yeah.
I can't imagine my
I
son
don't-
ever seeing anything like that.
No, don't. Like, it's so, even still to this day, like me and my kid's almost 18, and I'll let her watch like the scary movies of today. But like the stuff when we
Felicia.
were kids, like I don't let her
Really?
I don't let her watch the stuff from when we were kids. Because it's just like when there was actually, and I told Joe about this. We were watching Halloween Kills, and there's the part where when Mike Myers.
Wait, don't tell me yet. I haven't seen it.
No shit.
I'm doing a whole thing. My business partner and I are starting a horror movie channel on YouTube, and so my first series is going to be, I'm going to do this Tuesday night thing called Terror Tuesdays with Tom, right?
Shut up.
So my first 8 weeks, is it 8? No, not 8, 12 weeks. Starting May 24th, I'm going to watch one of the Halloween movies, starting at Halloween 1, in order every Tuesday, live watch.
No
all the
fucking
Halloween
way.
films.
Okay.
So that 8 weeks in lands on the actual anniversary, the 20-year anniversary of Halloween Resurrection.
So
for the release date.
Where are you going to be doing that at? Is it going to be like on YouTube, or is it going to be on like TikTok? Is it going to be where is it going to be at? Like, when are you going to do it?
We're going to do
Or
a
how?
YouTube horror channel, and I'll be able to just film it wherever I am. I mean, I think Tuesdays are usually a good day that I'm home, because I'm usually, if I'm traveling home from like a weekend of gigs, I'll be flying home on a Sunday or Monday, and like,
Will you
and
do
then
me a
going out
solid
on a
and
Wednesday.
send
So
me a fucking link about that shit, because I have to make sure that we are watching that stuff, because
I have to as well,
that's gonna
and
be good.
only because of the fact that like I grew up with that shit. Like
but the
fuck,
best part is I've only seen the first one, 2-0, and my film. So
No
the
Okay.
other ones will be total first watches for me.
okay.
Wait, so you don't know about? Do you not know about
No,
Halloween 3?
I don't
then?
know about
You-
nothing.
Can I tell you something about each film that's going to make you very happy?
No, hold on.
No.
You
Hold
know
on.
too much.
It's not going to spoil
You're the man
anything.
who knew too much.
No.
You
It's not
gotta-
going to spoil anything.
Take these out. Go ahead and tell me.
No, I hear you. No, seriously. The greatest thing about each movie is you notice that once it goes from the campsite up to each thing.
That's
Hold on.
Friday the 13th.
Because he goes to certain campsites and he does
That's
certain
Friday the
things in the
13th.
woods and all that shit, right?
That's not
So
Halloween, it's Friday the 13th.
no. Joe, can you shut up for a second?
Oh,
Don't mute Mark. Come on. No, seriously. So with this, there's certain things that you'll start to see with he goes into another universe, into another movie, and I'm not going to tell you what movie, even though I kind of gave it away, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. He goes into another camp that most people aren't going to know about if they're not horror film like fans. And if you're a horror film fan, you're going to know what camp he goes into. And it's not the camp you're thinking. The first camp you're thinking of is not the camp you're thinking of.
Doesn't go to Camp Nowhere. Okay. Duly noted.
Camp Nowhere. Oh God, such a good movie. Can we go back to
No,
the fucking subject,
I
Garrett?
didn't say yes or no.
Garrett,
What?
shut the fuck up for a second. Can we go back to what we were fucking talking about? Because I have so many goddamn questions before
All right,
this guy.
Joe
I'm gonna rapid
needs
fire
to do the
some things.
rapid fire. Like,
You almost didn't get the role for Kevin Myers, right? You almost lost it to Andrew Keegan, who was filming 10 Things I Hate About You at the time, which I'm from Tacoma, and I tell you, I know all about Tacoma being shut down because of 10 Things I Hate About You.
by the way, speaking of, they're filming 11 Things I Hate About You right now.
Shut the fuck up! No, they are not.
Yes, they are.
So you almost lost your role to Andrew Keegan, right?
Before I even auditioned, yes.
Yes. So
It was saved
because
by
Andrew,
by
he was
Monique.
busy doing 10 things. They had to do all this shit. Yada yada yada.
It was saved by Monique from Save Ferris.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was because Save Ferris was filming on top of Stadium High School. Yes, and it's a real fucking high school.
But that was the one day of conflict that caused Andrew Keegan not
which
to
is
be able to
funny
do both
because, like,
films.
they weren't even involved in that whole entire scene of them playing on top of the fucking roof of the high school.
the worst part is that was the day of conflict, and when they finally went to film it, Save Ferris rescheduled.
No shit.
I actually
No
knew
shit.
about that because of the fact that I'm friends with. Okay.
So you're buddies with Andrew Keegan. You're buddies with the
we
guy.
went to high school together.
Do you, oh no shit. Do you give him shit like because your guys' careers are a little bit differently right now? Your career probably like if you didn't play Kevin Myers, do you think your career would be like
I think that prior to getting American Pie, I almost moved out of the country right before getting that role. Or like I was planning on moving to England actually. I was gonna go work in like sound design and like behind the scenes stuff and maybe do like some plays or just get out of, that was my plan. I really liked England when I was there for some of the ADR work for King Arthur's Court and some of the reshoots. But I was always concerned that I was going to be like a disgruntled, jaded, 41-year-old who only ever had, that
Back in
one
my day,
job,
I was Henry Rowan.
and only be known for that. And so like I was, that was certainly a concern of mine. And then, I'm very thankful for the success of American Pie. I mean, at this point, it's a $2 billion franchise.
Okay, so we already know that American Pie 5, everybody wants to fucking do it. But that's not the subject I'm with. Has anybody ever told you that they had fucked during your scenes? Like, have you ever been on somebody's TV while they were having sex? Has anybody ever told you that? Because I might be the first one. Sir? Literally how weird it was when you did the shit with the scene with Tara Reid was probably the weirdest fucking situation in my life when I was in between somebody's legs too. Sorry, wife.
You're sorry because you divulged a secret, or because it wasn't her.
Let me say you weren't my first time, but you were my third time.
Well, you're welcome. I don't know. I really had no part in that.
Has anybody ever told you that like I've had sex with you on screen?
No, I have not heard those words.
Well,
he's trying to make you feel uncomfortable.
But
on this day, you have just heard, hey, I've had sex with you on the TV screen multiple times.
Multiple, not just once, but multiple.
I'm
just saying, American Pie was famous when I was a young kid.
Was
it a purposeful sort of like?
It was just on. It was on.
It was
just on.
I can't really take any credit for that. We were just on. You
were just on, but like you are the face. You looked at me in the eyes a couple times.
Joe, shut the fuck up. You know what, Joe? Just stop.
So since we're on the topic of American Pie. There's that saying in American Pie 1 where Jim asks, explain third base, and you're like, hey, Oz, answer this. How would you explain what third base feels like?
Without having the Bible.
I don't know that I would.
Well, he was a virgin. He was a virgin then, so he didn't know a whole lot.
Yeah, but I don't know that I would have an explanation or a analogy.
You couldn't explain third base to somebody without sending it off to somebody?
No, because fortunately our lives are not teen sex comedy.
He is really good at dodging questions, isn't he?
Well, he was a pitcher in the fucking. Dude,
you gotta understand something. This is what I mean. When we were doing the press tour for American Pie, the number one question at 18 years old was, when did you first lose your virginity?
Oh, I wasn't going to ask that at all.
No, but I'm saying that was when I was 18, and that was a day of like press around the world asking this question, and that was the number one question. Ever since then, there's pretty much nothing like that's going to like feel more, because I became desensitized to that idea, and then I just talked about it.
So now,
I guess our thing is we're fans of the movie as the character, right? But here's the thing, like, you have your own personal life, right? I'm a musician that I'm on the road most of the time when I'm not working and I'm not doing the podcasts and stuff like that, or doing beard and mustache competitions. I'm on the road. I'm literally touring. No one gives two fucks of when I lost my virginity. No one gives two fucks of when this dude lost his virginity or when that dude lost his virginity. No one gives two fucks.
And the shelf broke and everything fell on my face.
I put a girl's head through a drywall when I lost my virginity, but no one gives a fuck. Other than me and her are the only two people that give two fucks, because that's it. That's all that matters. So my thing is if you could do those scenes over again at the age that you are, would you do it again?
Holy fuck. That might be weird.
If I would do the scenes at my age now.
Okay, if you're 41 years old.
Now think of, hold on. Yeah, you're at the age that you are, and American Pie is done.
I'm not Steve Carell.
You're not a 40-year-old virgin. No. But the thing is, though, is you find, now here's the thing. So I'm 38. My older brother's your age. if I find my brother's black book or the Bible as he had for you, and I find out that him and his friends, I grew up in a very small town. I grew up with, there was only 1,000 people in my hometown. If I found my older brother's black book with all of their like the same shit that they did in the Bible in American Pie, and at this, you're already kind of somewhat known to what you're doing, and you read all the shit that they're doing, would you be like, oh yeah, I've already learned that? Oh, I already know that. Nope, I already know that. Like, would you skip to the good part, or would you find you almost like to where you're like, I'm gonna throw this away. Oh, there's a Kama Sutra, or would you just be like, I'm gonna do my own thing?
Well, at which age?
Now.
What would I do with the book now?
Yeah, like
Okay, I don't know if I want to know about that.
Okay, here's a good way to put it. There's a group of friends that are divorced dads who grew up together, that are all
Are
divorced.
you pitching me a movie now? What's
Yes,
going on?
I'm pitching you a movie that'll never.
This could be American Pie 5.
Hold on. All the dudes in American Pie are all divorced. All the dudes, not the females, but all the dudes are divorced to all the chicks that they were married, right?
Wait, well, hold on. No, Jim and Allison Hannigan are gonna last for fucking.
They don't.
Ever,
They
okay?
don't count. Because she put her fucking flute up her vagina in band camp. We all know that. We're gonna pass that.
Allegedly.
Okay. I legitimately, by the way, just because of that fucking movie, I was in marching band from 2000 to 2004. That was actually, as our flute players, literally was that one time at band camp was on their shirts. As
He just does not shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
That was actually legitimately their shirts for that. Anyways, my thing is, as late 30s, early 40s, you guys are all divorced. You're all either have a drinking problem, have a drug problem, have some sort of like sex problem, whatever the case may be, right? But you guys find a book.
But what about the
Listen,
characters?
hold on. This is a sequel to the sequel of the fucking sequel. And Adam Sandler somehow is involved in this shit. I don't know why, but he's involved in it. But the thing is it's the grown-up version of American Pie. And you're all divorced. And you guys all want to get back into dating again. But somehow you find your brother's Bible that you haven't seen in 20 some odd years. And you guys want to get back into dating and being into that whole thing again. By the way, if this movie ever gets made, I want 100% of it, because I'm telling you right now, and I'm giving you fucking I want 100% of it. If this ever gets made, it's being publicly known. You can take that up with
Universal.
It's being known.
Lawyers.
It's being known right now. If this shit ever gets made in 10 years,
Garrett, shut the fuck up.
I'm not shutting the fuck up. This is legitimately, this is going to happen. I already know it's going to. The thing is you guys find the Bible because one of your kids brings it home, and all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, this is from the older brother that doesn't exist anymore. This is the Bible that I learned how to do stuff in high school.
The real question I got to ask is, does being Casey Affleck's little brother in American Pie mean that I'm somehow related to Batman?
Okay,
No.
My next question: Did you actually get to meet Casey Affleck?
No.
I have. Okay, that's why.
Not until the premiere.
Okay,
because but here's the reason why. No, because if you were, you would also be the brother of the dude from oh god, what was that movie that Ben Affleck was when he was the fucking janitor and he was the fucking
Good Will Hunting.
good. You wouldn't no, because you wouldn't be that genius. Not saying you, but because Casey Affleck was also the brother in multiple different movies, but he was never the brother of his actual brother.
He was his actual brother in Good Will Hunting, wasn't he?
For like that was the only movie, but other movies that he was in, he was never the actual brother of his brother.
Right.
So no. So technically no.
So technically, no.
Yeah.
Damn. I was that close. I was that close. That's
you
all right. I
you
want to
were
go into
that-
Marvel. I want to go into the Marvel.
You can't
verse
because
anyway.
he's not a Kevin Bacon of the Kevin Bacon. I like how Mark's over there like, oh
Okay,
fuck.
okay.
What?
Hey, come on.
We lost Mark at least 10 minutes ago.
No, Mark is like the guy. He just gets stoned. Usually, he's watching TV at this point.
He's not watching me. He's watching our actual.
Oh, we're getting shout outs to Mark. We're getting text message shout outs to Mark right now. He likes. We like Mark.
Hold on.
Yep. No.
Are you doing it? Are you? Go ahead, Joe. I'll let you do.
I'm
Where
waiting.
do
I'm
you
waiting
go?
till he comes back because he fucking. Okay.
There he is.
Okay. So we're losing fucking time here. We're losing some time.
No,
here.
he gets 45 minutes because he was an hour late.
No. Okay. So we've gone through American Pie. You won't answer how you fucking you okay. Is there a role that you really wish you wanted but you never fucking got, or is there a role that you ever regretted?
That's actually
Well, I mean, there's plenty of roles that I, auditioned for that I didn't.
Like, is
get.
there like a top one that like I could have been like the multi fucking like huge A-list fucking billionaire, and I got fucked? And is there a fucking role you're like, I really wish I didn't do that shit?
Okay, hold on.
There's plenty of those, but I mean, there's not really like a role that I think would have the course of my career in that capacity. I just know that there's a couple that changed the course of my career.
I mean, obviously Kevin helped. Kevin helped, right?
Kevin
Myers, being Kevin Myers helped your fucking career a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm saying that it's kind of a crazy thing. Like, I remember screen testing for The Good Son right around the time that I booked Rookie of the Year, and
hold on a second.
So Elijah, I worked with Elijah Wood and Joe Mazzello in Radio Flyer.
So were you gonna be the Macaulay Culkin character then?
Yeah, well, it was down to like a couple of us, so I don't know for sure that I would have gotten the offer, but I do know that we spent like 7 hours. Like, we had to do school at the screen test because we were there for 7 hours. They were doing mix and match session. And, I had read with Elijah, and I knew that we had good chemistry. We knew each other. But Macaulay wasn't there.
We actually
he did a backdoor deal where like his dad, because of his success with Home Alone, they just like plopped him in the movie. I remember I was waiting to hear the call. It was like 2.5 weeks after the screen test, and then we read in the trades it's Elijah Wood and Macaulay Culkin. I'm like,
you know what's
Macaulay
funny?
Wasn't even there.
Me and
Dude,
Joe
that
actually
fucking insane for you.
Me and Joe actually brought this up because there's not a lot of people. So that's insane because like I remember watching that movie and like being like, there's no way that's who, like, Macaulay Culkin did really good in that movie, but
could you imagine this sweetheart face being the fucking bad guy there?
Yes.
Did you ever see the original? What it's based on?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, as a kid,
so
my mom.
The Bad Seed.
Yeah.
So it was a little girl.
Yeah.
And so my acting coach, who I mentioned earlier, had coached the kids in kindergarten and cop. I studied with him for 10 years. That's who, like, Chauncey and I were studying with Kevin. He was the one that hipped me to the Bad Seed when I had this screen test opportunity. So I mean, I studied that movie. I watched that movie like 10 times.
Okay, that movie
to like figure out how to be the good.
Can I tell you that scene scared the shit out of me about stairs? Now, my mom's a little bit, she was born in the early 60s and she loves Lifetime movies, right? Bad Seed was one of her favorite movies. I don't know why, but that movie, like, no, like it's like, I don't like, The only movie I'm ever actually like fully like scared of is Arachnophobia. That movie scares the living shit, and it's a fucking comedy. That movie, like, I like anytime anybody talks about the movie, I'm like, ugh. But
have you ever been? Oh, what's this? Felicia's asking if I ever stole anything from set, and do I still have it?
Yeah, she went through my notes here and just fucking started stealing my questions.
That was my question.
I know.
Mark
I
wanted to ask you that at some point.
Okay, I gotta know. I gotta know. Okay, so there's always the thing where like, you have your memorabilia from movies and shit, but there's some things you're not supposed to steal, right? You're not supposed to just take. They want to keep it for.
You're not supposed to Michael Rooker them. Yeah.
So like I want to think that like the ring that you have
takes
for Rookie of the Year, you
everything.
fucking jacked, or you stole, like, obviously you have your Rowan Gardner fucking jersey.
No, the ring was Tim Stoddard's ring. It was his 1983 Orioles World Series.
And
ring.
that looked so CGI'd that it was fucking so bad.
No, it's a real ring.
But it looked fucking fake as shit when you held it up.
It's because of the camera that they used. It didn't look right.
It didn't. It looked so.
Well, it's because the ring was Tim Stoddard is the guy who I yell pitcher's got a big butt to. He was also the pitching coach on the whole film. So his hand is like the size of two of my hands.
It'd be like
when
four of mine.
When they put that ring on my finger, I can't even tell you how much duct tape they put on the bottom side of that ring. I could have fit two fingers in that ring.
Oh, so it'd be the whole hand into that ring.
Yeah, just like I'm wearing a bracelet.
Like,
okay, so speaking of that,
I have a lot of questions about Rookie.
Okay, so speaking of that, and speaking of the coach, Mark wanted to know
Yep. Okay,
was
I'll just
it
ask. Mark is so
ad-libbed?
fucking stoned right now. Who cares? Did you know?
I'm not.
Did you
Mark,
know when
okay.
they were going to call you by different names or by your actual name, or did he make that up off the fucking top of his head?
No, we had a big meeting. We had meetings about those. Two of those names I think are mine that I pitched. That
Gardenhoser.
Gardenhoser wasn't mine, but Rockin' Fire was one that I pitched.
That's fucking hilarious.
What?
I don't think that one got used.
Do you need to ask it?
I might have. Maybe I'm giving myself credit where it's not due. I think Rossenbagger was one of mine as well.
Like, did you know when he was going to call you by fucking name, or was that like a surprise?
No. I mean, it was scripted that it would be wrong, and then we we had a list of them, and we had to like keep track of which ones he used.
Was it so like you walk out like for a take and you're like Rosengardner? Like,
no, I mean, because Albert Hall is awesome. Do you recognize Albert Hall? Do you know who that is? Do you guys know?
I already did my research on him last night. Yes, we were talking. We had meetings every fucking like Tuesday, and we were doing our research on him last night.
Like, imagine this: I'm doing that film when I'm 12.
What?
6 years later, I'm watching Apocalypse Now, and I'm like,
they wouldn't know. They're not going to understand. They're not old. Like, well, okay, they're old enough to understand, but they're not old enough to remember. That's like me and you remembering like Nickelodeon when they had fucking Ren and Stimpy.
What are you fucking talking about?
Like you guys, you and Joe are not going to remember when Nickelodeon had fucking Ren and Stimpy on.
Are
Nickelodeon.
you fucking kidding me? Come on,
What
dude.
are you
Come on.
talking about? You're fucking
okay, Mark.
Okay,
Mark.
Christ. You know what? I'm not gonna fucking. I'm not.
It's log. It's big. It's round. It's wood.
Okay, sorry. As soon as he started fucking singing, it's a log. I had
really? You're gonna mute me, Joe?
I'm sorry, dude.
Hold on. Do you remember when Nickelodeon had Ren and Stimpy?
Of course I do. I'm only 35 years old.
No. I'm not talking about you two.
Of course.
I'm not. You're old enough to remember Ren and Stimpy, right? On Nickelodeon.
He just saying it's a log.
Okay. Do you remember Hey Dude?
Hey Dude, yes.
Yep.
Do you remember Pete and Pete?
Of course.
So my scene in Walt Before Mickey, when I get that check.
Yeah.
You know who that actor was? Because he was in Pete and Pete.
Yes,
The
I
older
remember.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's right.
Yes.
You played a young Walt Disney.
Because was it Tremblay? No, I can't remember the young Pete's name.
No, it wasn't the young Pete. It was the older
Older
man.
brother.
He was also in
No, I know,
Slacker.
Not the
but-
older brother. He was
the
like one of the
young
like
Pete is
adults
in a
in the
band.
show.
He wasn't
No,
the
I'm not
strong
talking about-
guy, right?
No, Pete in the what is his name now? Because now I'm spacing on it. It was one of those things I didn't know anyone's name at the time because I was watching Pete and Pete when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But it was it
What character do you remember he played?
I'm gonna find it right now.
I'll say this though. The fact that the girl that always had the broken arm was in Eurotrip tripped me the
Michelle
fuck
Trachtenberg.
out.
Michelle Trachtenberg or whatever.
Dude, that trip, that
Trachtenberg.
What's her name?
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Trachtenberg.
Yeah. That shit tripped me out because I was like, oh, whatever happened to her? Or like the dude from Pete and Pete and like shit like that. Like, and then they do
He
like
has a
other.
band.
So do you remember Don Wrigley?
Yeah.
I have to like see the face. I'm bad with names.
Who?
He was
Don
The dad.
the dad. So he was the dad.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
the dad.
That's who Walt gets his money from in the scene in Walt Before Mickey.
God, okay.
So it was-
yeah.
It's like what was his name? The one that played Artie.
That's the toughest man alive.
The
the
strongest
strongest
man,
man.
The strongest
in the
man
world.
alive, yeah.
In the world.
Did you see the new Strong Bad email that just dropped on April Fool's?
Did you just say strong bad? Did you
I-
fucking
Oh,
just say
little
strong
brother.
bad email?
Yeah,
No
I'm talking about
fucking way
Strong
you
Bad.
just brought up strong bad.
Oh, strong
Motherfucker,
man.
we were
Oh,
just
little
talking about- we
brother.
were just talking about Homestar
The
Runner
system
the other day.
is down.
I actually followed
I
that.
was on that. I was on point with that when that dropped. I was,
Holy
I
shit.
remember my brother would come over and I'd be like, dude, we gotta watch Homestar
Strong
Runner.
Bad.
They just dropped a new Strong Bad email. In
No
fact,
fucking
when
way. Dude, we were just talking about that the other day. That's fucking dope.
when Switchfoot did their
Can I-
little April Fools, and they pretended that they did like they're like, oh, we're bringing it back to the roots of where we started from, and they did like a metal band.
Yeah.
My reaction on Instagram was Trogdor.
Strong
Check
Door was
this
a
out.
band.
So
He was a Dragon
My-
Man.
Burninating the countryside.
my second
The
tour.
peasants.
So the second tour that I ever did, the only thing that would keep us like going to each show, we would always make sure that we watched Strong Bad and Homestar Runner.
Oh, I
Nope.
think my shirt's in a duffel bag. I have a Trogdor shirt.
So our guitar player had Homestar Runner on his guitar, like taped on his guitar, and we toured all the time, and nobody knew who that was. And I always do "Oh little brother" as like my thing, and I follow him now on TikTok, and every time that I see him, I'm like, "Oh little brother," and he never like says anything, and I'm like, nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about, like. Because like I always think of Strong Door like in his and I have a luchador mask that's very similar to that, and I don't have the gloves, but I want to go to like a Comic-Con dressed as that. Like I just have to find the silver like the gray
You would need
gloves.
those like fucking like Sonic like knuckles.
No. I just need the
Fucking Bomberman shit.
Yeah. That's all I need, and just walk around and go, "Oh, little brother!" Like that's all I have to do, and people will know who I am. But like,
John Pat.
yeah. Like, by the way, can I tell you this? That'll make you laugh, but it's gonna make you cry at the same time. They know about this, so when in about 2004 to 2005, I had did a casino. I've been a musician for a really long time. I'm a drummer in a band and everything. and I know you play music as well. We'll get into that here in a minute. But so the craziest thing for me is I open up for the Beach Boys. It's going to get even better. Mike Love is still doing the Beach Boys stuff at this time. It's 2004, 2005-ish. And I see this dude playing drums, and I can't figure out why I know who he is, but like I know his face. And my friend that's helping me tech at the time like hits me in the arm, and he's like, dude, do you know who that is? And I'm like, no. And he's like, dude, that's Uncle Jesse. And it's John Stamos is full on playing drums for the Beach Boys. And I'm like, that's Uncle Jesse. Like, it tripped me the fuck out. Seeing, like, and the Beach Boys to me is like, you know, because my grandma, you know, I was raised on Beach Boys. I was raised on like all the classic stuff from like the 50s and 60s. That was like the shit I grew up on. And then to see the fact that I'm playing the same stage as the Beach Boys, and the fact that like growing up and seeing him play drums on the show Full House with the Beach Boys, and then to see him actually play drums for them was like the weirdest thing ever. Because so he plays this Blue Pearl kit from like the 90s. And, you know, big ass fucking toms, and they're like tilted and like everything. Like, it was fucking weird. And I'm like, that's fucking John Stamos. And it's the weirdest, but he's actually a legit, like, I hate to say this, but he's a better drummer than he is an actor. Like,
well, hold on. That's kind of opposite to say, because, you know, some people are better actors than they are musicians. I'm sorry. I'm just going to give you.
I'm sorry. I can't be a really good actor.
I'm sorry. Can we move on here? Can we move on here?
Hold on, but I do have to say this. So I know that you're playing Arizona on Friday, I believe.
Yeah.
Where out in Arizona are you playing on Friday?
Endgame Bar.
Where's that at?
It's in downtown Tempe. It's like a video game bar.
Oh yeah. So it's really funny. So I'm playing the week after you're playing Arizona. I'm playing at the Yucca Tap Room with my band the week after. I play in a punk band and a pop punk band. So are you playing like your new music, or what stuff are you playing on the 9th?
You know, I'm trying to figure that out because I've just started. I released 9 singles over the lockdown, and I thought that was going to be album 7. Then the last song I released, Ace Enders reached out to me from the early November. Who's a friend of mine, and he was like, "Hey, I really like what you did in this last song. Like, let's write together." So
Okay.
I just went and wrote this killer new tune with Ace. And then I played a couple shows with Jarrett Reddick from Bowling for Soup.
Okay.
And so that's kind of how things sparked off there, and how we ended up with doing this parody of 1985 called 1999.
We're going to bring that up as well.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you just went down and recorded with him, and I cannot wait to hear that actual fucking recording.
Yeah, so the recording is amazing, and the song's amazing. We're actually going to... I have to release 2 versions of the song because we're going to do a little bit of a radio push for it. And I had to do a radio edit so it'll be just like the movie. There'll be a rated R version of radio and an unrated version, which will have all the original lyrics in it. But I was like going through it today, and I was like, oh yeah, we probably can't say that on like the radio or like a morning talk show.
No,
why not?
Let me just
Well,
talk
because
about,
we got some FCC, regulated words that aren't in there. But then Jared and I also wrote a brand new song together that I played for the first time in Des Moines just last weekend.
Breaking news. Yeah.
And so
wait, Des Moines,
that was
Iowa, or Des Moines, Washington?
No, Iowa.
Because we have a Des Moines, Washington.
Yeah, we have a Des
Tyler.
Moines and Washington too. It's
Okay.
fucking...
By the way, if you're ever in Portland or if you're ever in Washington, you have to let us know. So we're gonna go and we'll be there.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, is it still what is it that I used to play a couple of times? There's like a dueling piano bar. Why am I
Oh,
Nope,
Chopsticks!
it doesn't exist
Tacoma?
anymore.
Are you talking about
No,
in Tacoma?
no,
Chopsticks?
it's in Portland. No, it's not Chopsticks. It's
Okay.
Barrel Room.
Well,
Yeah, Barrel
them
Room.
two will know the Portland. I'm
look
in
it up.
Tacoma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't played in Washington yet. I've only played I've played in Seattle, but I haven't played like around.
It's south of Seattle.
Yeah,
Well, it's
like,
where
so,
10 Things I Hate About You was filmed. Obviously, you have to know where Tacoma is. Come on.
Okay.
Your best friend fucking was there for months and months and months and
well,
months. And
Bermuda, Bahama.
Oh,
Mama,
my
pretty
mamas.
mama. The Barrel Room is a dually piano bar in Portland.
Here's
That's in
the
lyrics,
thing.
right?
The next time you play Seattle, I'll give you with this. You'll get. I follow you on TikTok. We can follow each other on stuff. Next time you play up here, and the band wants to know where like 10 Things They Hate About You, or like where like Ted Bundy's house is at, or shit like that, I will show you, or like the hand that rocks the cradle. Hold on. Or the Hands That Rock the Cradle house is in Tacoma. I will show you because like I know where that shit is at. Or if you guys just want good eats in south of Seattle, like if you guys want to go to a fucking dive bar and I'll show you what good beer is. Like where is it? Rainier. I will.
He lives in LA. I'm pretty sure he knows what Rainier beer is.
No, he doesn't. Fancy. Do you know what Rainier is?
I don't.
Okay, so when you come to Washington, hit me up. I will hit me up at least 2 weeks ahead of time, so that way I can at least get, if it's a Friday, I can get the day off. I will buy you and the band a round of beer, of Rainier's. I will make sure I'm there. You'll get to hang out with me. I'm way cooler in person than I am on video.
Hey,
trust me.
We're at that 3 hour mark.
Shut up, Mark.
We're at that 3 hour mark, and we need to fucking bust through some shit real quick. Because I mean, come on, you got to think the guy needs to go to bed. He has to go fucking hang out with his wife. He's about to leave. I guarantee his wife fucking is
Joe. Joe, hold on. He was an hour late.
No, it's okay.
He always just like. Okay,
he already gave us 15 minutes and then said and this was like 5 fucking hours ago.
Okay, but here's the thing though. Are you having a good time?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
How
much longer do you have until you're done?
Can I bust through some shit real quick? I'm going to rapid fire some fucking questions real quick.
Joe, do it.
I'm muting Garrett. Fuck it. Mr. Nicholas, I'm not going to ask you what your real last name is, but hey, is Sean William Scott really a douche? Yes or no?
No.
Damn it. What is your go-to movie?
Shawshank Redemption.
Wow.
What's your favorite color?
Well, he already said like
Black.
He doesn't want to be like the comedic actor. He's like more into dramas and like. Okay,
yeah, but I saw Shawshank Redemption in the theaters 7 times when it was a box office failure.
Wow!
I saw.
I loved that film from the moment I first saw it. I didn't come to it later like everyone else.
I saw it 4.
Did you meet Blink-182?
Yeah. I still
wait during
the first American Pie. I was already wrapped from filming, and I went to set that day because I had my first band around then. I wanted to meet the guys, and then I ran into Mark a few years ago at my friend's podcast. I was like going to my friend's podcast, and he was coming out, so we exchanged info. So and not to bring up the Foo Fighters, but when my band was playing Glastonbury,
we weren't actually going to bring it up. We were waiting for you to bring it up.
When my band was playing Glastonbury in 2000, was that 2015 or 16? It was the year that Foo Fighters was supposed to headline, and so I was talking to Mark about it. He has a house in Glastonbury. So I was finally going to get to meet Dave Grohl, and I was going to party with Dave Grohl Mark Hoppus at Mark's house in Glastonbury. And then Dave had to go and break his fucking leg.
Can I?
I mean,
But he
obviously, it was
fell
way
off
worse
the
for him.
stage.
This
Yeah.
question is for my
Stage, and
wife
they never
here.
made it to Glastonbury.
My wife wants to know: are you a cat or a dog person?
You know, I had 2 cats for about 20 years that were strays. I used to have dogs when I was a kid, but I just traveled too much to have dogs.
That's
would never
why we
give them
adopted
the-
our first dog, because the guy we got it from, he traveled too much.
So
Here's a
basically,
weird-
you saw like Blink-182 before Travis was.
No, it was Travis in the band.
Travis
It was
was in the
Travis.
band. It was,
Was
after
it? I
Scott
thought it
left.
was,
It was after
um,
Scott left that Travis joined, I believe.
Yeah,
Here's-
they
I thought
had
in the
they
video,
had
I
Dude
thought in the
Ranch out.
video
It was
was
98.
Scott in the background.
No, it was
we-
Travis.
It was Travis.
Yeah,
Travis
so
before he
they-
became a complete. Never mind. I'm not going to say it.
So here's
But
actually
they
something
hadn't
kind of cool.
dropped Enema of the State yet. Not until
It,
the
it was
film
right in
coming out.
between.
Yeah, because
we
the
shot
song
it-
is Mutt.
Right,
Yeah,
'cause
Mutt was
they only
in-
had Dude.
Mutt
they
was
only
in
had
Enema.
Dude Ranch out.
Yeah,
Or Dude,
Yeah.
yeah, Dude Ranch. Mutt was in Dude
but
Ranch.
but Travis was technically in the band at that time. It was Chad was still a part of the band at that time, or Scott was still a part of the band at the time. Scott, sorry. Here's actually something really funny that's going to make you feel really like weird. So I used to work at, and not weird in a weird way. So I used to work at an instrument store. I'm not going to name the name of the store. Joe, shut up. You're not going to tell them what store I used to work at.
I'm going stone cold here on this.
I actually tuned up
Thank you.
the drum kit that is in a museum
Oh shit.
in Seattle of Dave Grohl's.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I did not know because I was not allowed to know until I just saw it about a week ago. That was the drum kit that I tuned up. So whenever you come to Seattle and you go to the Pulp Culture Museum in Seattle, I've touched
Formerly
that
known
drum
as
kit.
the EMP. Yeah.
The EMP in Seattle, I've touched that drum kit,
Dope.
which is
So-
the Nirvana drum kit.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gifted to somebody who came in, was like, "Hey, I need this tuned up. Can you tune it for me?" And I'm like, "Well, these are weird sizes." I looked at it and I go, "Oh, these are like Dave Grohl sizes." And the dude was like, he kind of went like this to his girlfriend. He was like, "Hey, go away." Kind of just kind of, and he goes, "Yeah, by the way, these I can't talk about," which I don't remember the dude's name. He paid me like $100 to do it. So I was like, okay. He goes, "Can you tune these up? I'm not going to tell you who these are owned by." And I go, "I already know who they're owned by, but I can't say and he goes, "I know you know who they're owned by." And I went, "Okay, but the thing is why are you asking me to tune these up?" And he goes, "Well, I'm going to play a show with them." And I went, "Please don't." And he literally stopped me and he goes, "I shouldn't?" And I went, "No." I go, "The fact that I'm touching these, don't play these." And he goes, "Who do you think these are owned by?" And I went, "They're fucking Dave Grohl's drum kit." And he went, "How do you know?" And I went, "I know more than you think I know. Please don't play these live." And then I saw him live about 2 weeks ago, and I literally took a picture of it and I sent it to my brother. My brother went, "Wait, didn't you like?" And I went, "Yeah."
That's awesome.
But it was funny because we did the whole tour. By the way, when you guys come to Seattle, you guys got to do it. It's fucking amazing, by the way. But it was weird because I did this like about 10 years ago. And I knew once I saw the drum, once I saw them, I literally asked the dude, I was like, "Are these Dave Grohl's drums?" And he kept telling me, he was like, "No, they're not." And he kept saying it over and over and over again. And then I was just like, "Dude, stop lying to me. These are Dave Grohl, from Nirvana. These are his drums." He's like, "Yeah, actually they are." And now they're in the museum, and they're like legitimately the same drums that I touched.
That's awesome.
Like
That's
Right.
that's similar to, not the same, but in the vein of when I was recording my last album at Studio 606. I like brought 7 guitars with me, and
by the way, I literally want to record drums in that live room so fucking bad.
Yeah, that's my buddy Ryan Seaman, who's now playing with, I don't know how, but they found me with Dallin. Yeah, he recorded the drums in that room.
So my buddy from he used to be in a Angels and Airwaves, but now he's in Against Me. Adam.
Mm-hmm.
He recorded in the hallway.
Oh, in the hallway.
In the hallway. Like you know Adam. He was in a Rocket from the Crypt.
I mean, I don't know him personally, but I know
he was in. Yeah, he did the last 2 Offspring albums.
Offspring was one of my favorite first. That was my first concert.
Yeah,
was Offspring at the Whiskey A Go Go in '95.
See, I was never an Offspring person. I was more of a Rancid and NoFX person. I was never an Offspring guy. But my first punk band was the Ramones.
Well, I remember being at like one of my brothers. I'm the youngest of 7, so at one of my brother's weddings, and someone, like his buddy, came up and he gave this CD. It was the Offspring, like
Smash?
the big album, Smash, yeah.
Smash.
And so he like gave it to my brother, and they played "Come Out and Play," and we just like, it was the first time I ever heard it, and I back cataloged them so hard.
Well,
went through Ignition, the whole 9, and then I had my hair done like Dexter. It was amazing.
It's crazy. So I'm one of 10. You're one of 7. So that's also another. We grew up trailer trash, and we're also like a big fucking family.
High class trailer trash over here, though.
You're high class. I'm sorry. We had only one set of stairs. You had 2. Sorry.
We had a tree and a pool.
Yeah, you had a. Well, was it real though? But was the tree real? It was.
We had the only oak tree in our entire neighborhood.
But we had the only in-fenced yard.
Like I said, above ground pool, below ground.
Dug. You guys, I mean, no pun intended, but you guys were a step ahead of us.
I was muted the whole fucking time, and I didn't even fucking realize.
I'm just saying. I mean,
he had a fucking pool, a tree. There was probably a swing on that tree.
No. He had 2 sets of steps. I only had 1.
My grandma had decks. So okay, so you talk about how you enjoy the Offspring and shit. So if you could choose like an inspiration to your music, like okay, we're not bringing you here because you're a musician, honestly. Like, I mean, we could say some stuff, but we're not going to because we're respectful. But there's one album that is better than the rest, and that is your cover album. I'm just saying. Your version, your Stifler's Mom.
There is an original song on the cover album, though. So
Stifler's Mom was
still take
amazing.
credit for one. No, My Generation is an original song.
But
hold on a second.
I'm going to move on from that because okay, you know what? Can I'll just insult the guy. Mr. Nicholas.
Sure.
Kevin, Bill,
Thomas,
Henry,
Tomas, as my family would say.
Genre would you consider?
Gardner.
What kind of genre would you consider your music to be?
I mean, it's alt.
So it wouldn't be like like divorced dad rock.
No, it's more like
I'm sorry. I just want
more like Switchfoot is like probably my biggest influence.
Okay.
And then Foo Fighters.
By the way, okay.
Then also I love like Springsteen and John Mayer. So there's there's kind of like crossovers in there.
So speaking of that, so I heard your cover of the Foo Fighters song, which by the way you did really, really well with that.
The guy is a great I'm gonna say you're an amazing singer and guitar player. I'm not gonna insult that at all. But there's a lot of the music that's just like it wasn't hit me here.
Yeah. But that's not for us. We're
punk
yeah.
rock.
Yeah.
We're shitty
Yeah, that's
punk
all
rock.
good. That's why I'm not punk rock. I've never claimed to be.
But
even
no,
pop
hold
punk.
on. But what's my age again? Come on.
I will say this though.
You know, you're talking about all the small things, yeah.
No, sorry, yeah,
All the small things was good. You have a certain range that is very, very good. I'm not going to. Here's the thing. I'm not going to criticize you on what you do because we're all musicians. We all do what we do, right? Most people will think that my band is shit and we're awful and we're fucking garbage. Whatever.
Come on, you let me down so many goddamn times.
I will let you down every single time you play us. But here's the thing. Okay, there's two questions I have. One, what is your favorite venue to play that you've played? And two, where is the worst place you've ever taken a shit on the road?
If it isn't Weed California truck stop, then it doesn't matter.
Favorite place to play is Viper Room.
Okay.
Is that okay? I have a question about the Viper Room real quick. Is that why you chose the name for your son?
That would Joe.
I'm sorry because I'm about to find out if he is a fucking river. All right.
Definitely am a big fan of River Phoenix and his work.
I'm gonna say that's what I'm trying to say. Are you a Phoenix? Are you?
No,
are you?
I'm not a
Okay, that's why. So that was my big thing. I was like, I guarantee that he's using your River for your son because of River Phoenix. But
We had a debate. We had a debate about that. We did. We like that's, or it was River Como from Weezer.
I'm in
right, which is actually Rivers,
yeah. But he goes by River sometimes too.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm a big fan of Weezer as well. Like that's like one of my first 5 albums that I owned.
So going on to another with the next one. So what is your worst place you ever shit at on the road?
My car.
You shit in your car?
You shit in your car?
Not on purpose.
Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on that because we've all had the bag of shame. Were you wearing pants at the time?
Oh, I was driving.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Here's the follow-up question with that. What kind of car was it?
It's my truck, my SUV.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't an Acura?
It wasn't an Acura because he just said SUV.
I know, but
can I ask the most important question ever asked real quick?
Please do.
And now the most important question ever asked.
Shit. That didn't time out right.
It did. All right, Joe.
I wasn't gonna ask this, but
you have to.
Hey, if you had
who my favorite punk band is,
can we get rid of that question that's on the screen?
Oh, sorry. Well, I want to know what his favorite punk band is too, but
yes, this is more important now.
Daughter.
Oh, what the fuck happened?
Jason Momoa, or it's
I mean, Momoa's hotter.
What?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. You have to state the reason why.
Explain yourself, man.
Well, because
and now
cons together, he would always leave leftover beer.
And now.
Joe, what the fuck are you doing?
Sorry, don't worry about it. Okay, so you're saying Momoa is hotter than Ryan Reynolds?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
I told you because I got to drink his beers that he left behind at Comic-Con.
Wait,
like
hold on.
Ryan
Reynolds never gave me a beer.
given me beer on 10 different occasions.
You
Therefore,
know who did give
I've
you
got my
beer?
beer goggles
What?
on, and Momoa's hotter.
You know what? Okay, I will give you that only, but here's the only standing that I have with that. What beers were they?
Guinness.
Oh my god!
Okay, here's
I think I
a
just heard my wife just fucking yell. Ugh!
yeah. I think you just heard like every female's like just they're like. Did he like drink like one sip and then give it to you, or was it like half to like quarter full?
No, he just would have a when you get a rider, he
Yeah.
would have like a rider, and there would be
Oh,
beers,
so you
and he would
didn't
never
have
drink
one
them
that
all.
he had opened. It was just one that he had never drank.
Well, I didn't
Okay.
have a rider of beers at Comic-Con.
Okay. Speaking of, okay, on the road, do you have a rider on your road? On the road, do you have a rider that you have specifically for?
I gotta
Hold on,
know.
no.
I gotta know. Do you not have any shame and you will drink somebody's fucking half-drink beer?
I will not Spalding beer, no.
Okay.
Well,
God,
he did with
I thought you were about
Jason
to get some
Momoa.
fucking hardcore punk rock points here.
Although that we did have this idea that you remember Spalding, Judge Smale's son in Caddyshack.
Yeah.
And how he like drinks the half-drink and gets the cigarette butt in his mouth.
I mean, we don't let fallen soldiers go fallen. We like to make sure that the
Joe,
fallen soldiers-
did you really have to?
Of course, I have to make sure that he understands that he is on the now. He has made a mark on Jason Momoa, but yet Ryan Reynolds is still ahead.
Okay, can I tell you why I
Ryan Reynolds got Van Wilder, and I was close on that one because it was the same producer as a Kid in King Arthur's Court.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you were about to say Van Wilder because I don't think you could have the sexiness enough. Or-
No, he could.
You don't think I could have been Van Wilder?
He totally could. All right, Joe,
I don't think
really?
he could pull off. I don't think he could be Ryan Reynolds' Van Wilder.
You
I'm
know
sorry.
why?
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Kevin Myers. I love you and all, but like, I don't think you could be Van Wilder.
Hold on. You know why I voted? Mainly two reasons why I voted for Ryan Reynolds. One is two dudes, a girl, in a pizza place, and secondly was because of the fact that Betty White was the only person that's ever called Ryan Reynolds a son of a bitch to his face, and it actually like she legitimately meant that to his face. And God rest the queen, like Betty White, like she legitimately meant that when she said that. Like, but the thing is, like, Jason Momoa looks like a dirty version of every biker dude I've ever met.
Have you ever seen him when he didn't have a beard? I mean, come on.
Yes, he's gross looking. Ryan Reynolds with or
We're about
without.
to find out that Tom is actually a friend of Jason Momoa and he hates Ryan Reynolds. I'm afraid
Do
to
you
hear that.
hate Ryan Reynolds?
I just told you he took my job on Van Wilder, so
No,
All right,
you
we'll
could
take that
not
as a
be
yes.
Van Wilder. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But the
I'm
fact that the dude from Real World was his sidekick and jerking off the pit bull, the bulldog, was really like
could be Van Wilder. Okay, no, it wouldn't work because of Tara Reid. The fact that you and Tara Reid
Yes,
would be in
it
the same
would.
fucking movie would fucking just fuck everybody up.
right.
By the way, just so you know, Thomas, Mark has been going in between coffee and beer all night. Just so you know.
Okay.
Can I
They
move on
actually
before
make an
we have to go to
infused
the
version
night
of it.
time
It's-
because
Yeah.
it is
Of coffee and beer.
it is late. Hey, Thomas Ian Nicholas, sorry. Mr.
Nichols.
Mr.
Nicholas.
last name anyways. Do you have any regrets in life?
No, because everything that I've done right or wrong has led me to where I am now.
Do you wipe front to back or back to front?
Okay, hold on. Before
I'm
you
rapid
answer
firing
this,
some
hold on,
fucking
hold on.
questions real quick.
Now, hold on. Before you answer this, the three of us voted for him not to ask this question. But is it back to front or front to back? Now, here's
has a
a
bidet.
double
He has a
question.
bidet. He
Hold
doesn't
on,
wipe. He has a
before you
bidet.
answer this, hold on. Do you squat or do you move to the side?
He has a bidet. He doesn't fucking wipe.
Do you
I
have
mean-
a bidet?
I understand the question, but
Expect
Can
the
you
unexpected. I've
actually-
already fucking told you. Expect the unexpected.
Sure, but it seems like logically impossible to even have an option.
No, this is
there is an option.
ongoing argument because I know people that wipe a certain way. I wipe a certain way, and this is literally a legitimate argument that has been going on for about 2 years.
Everybody that
who?
we've asked in this podcast, everybody gets asked this. So
Does gravity make this pen drop or float?
No,
There's
okay.
There's only one
hold-
logical
So
answer.
I have a feeling that me and him are about to argue real quick.
Well, he's already know that me and him are about to argue this question.
Okay, so you probably wipe back to front then. I wipe.
That's impossible. How could you? That's the point.
You wipe front to back. I wipe back to front, and I've had so many fucking arguments about this shit because everyone's like, "Oh, it hits your balls." No, it doesn't hit your balls. It doesn't do it. You wipe front to back or back to front.
My question is, how can you even fit your arm in between your legs then?
Easy, because I also wipe from the front.
That's
the
why-
front.
Then you just told us something very personal about yourself, and I'm so
No,
sorry.
he doesn't. He's not shameful about this at all. But that's why I said there's a second.
Moving on.
At
There's
least Marquito got that one.
Yeah, but there's a second question to my
Totally
question.
bypass that.
Do you squat or do you lift
stand?
to one side?
Do you stand or squat?
When I was working in
No,
Northern Africa,
it's not,
and they had
it's
holes
not about,
in the ground.
Hold on.
Yeah,
No,
they
it's
had
not
a
about-
squat.
Garrett, shut the
It's
fuck
not
up.
about past. It's about now.
Okay, do I do what now?
Now,
Do you
do
squat
you
or
wipe
stand?
front to back or back to front? Do you squat or do you turn to the side?
Again, there's only one logical answer. There's no others.
Okay, what is it?
Apparently,
No, not apparently. What is the way you do it?
Go in from the front.
There's not no if, ands, or buts about it. No pun intended. You have to answer this question. How do you shit and how do you wipe?
only one logical answer, so there's no need to answer.
Okay, what is it?
Except for Joe, who defies logic and
No,
gravity.
Joe.
Okay, hold on. Okay, now
Joe's-
we're moving on because this guy is just gonna he wipes
He's
from
going
front
to
to
keep
back and
dodging
he
it,
fucking
so we
stands
all
up,
both
whatever.
know that he uses a bidet and fucking those fucking wipes.
He actually probably hires somebody to wipe his ass for him. Okay, is this the worst interview you've ever had in your entire life? Honestly.
1 to 10.
I
Where
mean, I
are we
wouldn't
at?
necessarily say that there have been for the
You,
moments
by
that
the
we're
way, you were
interviewing.
late. You were late
For the
to
moments
this
that we're
interview.
interviewing, the interview is great. The rest of the time hasn't been an interview, so
We win.
it's not really.
We fucking
it's
win.
not
I
really-
don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
It's
Dude,
not
we
really
went 3.5
equatable
hours
to an
with this.
interview.
We went an hour and a half with this guy, and he hasn't fucking left us yet. I owe him money. By
the way, can we just give you a round of applause just as a thank you? Like,
You're very welcome. Thank you for not being mad at me for being late.
no, we're not at all.
if you
shit
weren't
happens.
a sweetheart through like the last 3 weeks that I've talked to you, I would probably be a dick. But you have been so fucking nice, and you said, "Hey, I'm only going to give you X amount of time unless I'm having fun." Obviously, you've had a little bit of fun, right?
No, it's for sure fun.
Okay,
How was
Obviously,
your
it's not
IPA,
really,
by the
It's
way?
not really an interview per se.
No, it wasn't.
It's more or less.
It was
questions
supposed to
from
be. It
Joe.
was supposed to be an interview because we're going to ask you about
Talking
your
from
fucking
Marquito.
career, but I was going to ask you the most batshit like I have a list of batshit fucking crazy
Oh,
questions. I was
he
gonna fucking ask you.
legitimately like no joke. He sent both me and Mark like 2 pictures worth of 2 sheets worth of questions.
Like, I want to know if you pick your nose while you're driving, and what do you do with your boogers?
You wipe them, right?
I think my things are dying. That might be the end of
He's
the.
dodging. He's dodging.
No, my things died. I mean, doesn't everyone do what Matthew McConaughey did in the Lincoln commercial? Just roll it into a ball.
But you can still hear it,
I
right?
actually rub them on my fucking seat, and then I wipe them off like 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
Once again, defying logic.
All right, hey Joe, can we? Or by the way, hey Thomas, can we? Where can we find you on all your social medias?
It's all Tin Band, TIN Band on all.
Hey,
on all
TN
platforms.
Band as
What does
BN
TIN
BANDE or
TIN, that stands for like the Tin Man, right?
It stands
Joe,
for Thomas Ian Nicholas.
Focus
I was
on
being a dick.
focus on Thomas for a second.
Hold on,
Where
what is-
can we find you on all your social medias?
Yeah, just the handle is Tin Band, TIN Band on all social platforms.
but Ian isn't really your fucking real name. So now I want to know what the fuck your actual name is.
If I told you,
We're not going to talk. We're not going to talk about it. It's okay.
no. I mean, I'm sure it's. We live in a day of information. People have figured it out. But
I've already figured it out, but I'm not going to tell them what your real name is.
Fucking creeper status.
much
over
appreciated.
Here.
Yeah, for a long time, I was able to keep it pretty, like hidden, and that kind of created, just security, kind of like no one could really find me.
Well, you know that
my
Nicolas
daily,
Cage is not really his real name.
Well, yeah, it's Coppola.
Michael Keaton is not even his real name.
Well, yeah,
most people don't even know that.
Right.
But anyway, Joe, go back to Thomas for a second. So where can we find you with all your social medias?
We already said TIN Band.
Is that all your social medias?
Literally TIN Band.
Facebook, Instagram,
YouTube.
I mean, fuck, you look up
Snapchat,
Thomas Ian Nicholas, you're gonna fucking find the guy anywhere.
Not really, Twitter. Because when I've looked up his name, it goes to another artist as a band, and it's not him.
Why do you have 2 Spotifys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your dad rock band and what is your cool rock band?
No. When I first released my first album in 2008, I just used my acting name, and I thought, oh, they'll just, I couldn't come up with a cool band name, so just put it under my name. And then as I got into the second album, I was like, maybe I should try to not have this middle name in music.
Were you inspired by Creed?
And then,
like your music videos, though? Let me just say, like, were you inspired by Creed?
I mean, I used to have a green PRS, so I guess there's a part of me that had my arms wide open for a while.
Fucking A, dude. I'm sorry. I just want to take this minute to apologize for the amount of assholeness that we have all been this whole entire fucking time. But yet, I feel like you are accepting of it because
I haven't said anything.
I know exactly. It's me. I've been the dick. Somebody don't shut the fuck up. You're quiet as fuck. This guy has been the whole fucking time, dude. Look at him. He has nothing but fucking smiles. Like I guarantee he is the. Oh shit. He is probably the fakest. Whoa, what the fuck happened?
We're just doing do-si-do now, Marquitos.
I have a feeling that Thomas is gonna fucking message me back and be like, "You guys are fucking idiots, and I fucking hate all of you guys." And I'm gonna appreciate. I
don't know. I'm sorry. I love the way he says Marquitos.
Well, you said you only finished half your story. You're like,
we never got the story about how your name Marquitos happened.
So basically, I worked at the Grand Canyon, and I hung out with like a bunch of people that were from like Ecuador and like Peru, and every time I walked in, they're like Marquitos. Like, I don't know.
It just stuck. It stuck.
Yeah.
The fact I found out his name was Mark fucking flipped me the fuck out because I thought it was Marquitos the whole fucking time too. Mr. Nicholas, what is your favorite candy?
Probably like Reese Cups.
Yes.
But I don't eat Reese Cups. I eat like different brands.
Did you just call it? What the fuck did you just call it? Reese Cups?
Reese's.
Yeah.
It's
Reese's Cups, whatever. Reese Cups.
Have you ever cooked a steak in an air fryer?
No, I actually want to get an air fryer. I don't have one yet.
The guy from Epic Mealtime says cooking a steak in an air fryer is fair game, so it's okay, and that's where I feel my acceptance from.
I don't even own
an air fryer. I really just want to cook like fries in there. I want to cook some like sweet potato fries in an air fryer.
Dude, I can cook a fucking cake in my fucking air fryer, dude. My air fryer is big enough that I can make a fucking cake, and I will make you a cake.
I can do that in the microwave.
Explain photosynthesis real quick.
God Damn it, Joe.
I'm sorry. I'm going through my fucking questions real quick.
Well, you
he
see, Joe, when the power of the sun.
Motherfucker, you already said too fucking much. You son of a
I
bitch.
what
You know
I
science.
all right. So I here's the thing. I want to thank you for being a part of this. I know we probably went over our time and everything.
Oh,
Thomas,
yes,
thank
we
you. Like, even though you were late, you were fashionably late. We're not going to hold it against you, even though I can't.
You
Sorry.
should-
The fact that
Like,
we
oh,
don't have
yeah,
viewers
like,
right now is a
Look
fucking
at my
top notch.
name, Thomas Nicholas, the late dude.
The you know what? Can we have you back on here again?
Well, you
Sure,
guys
man.
you want to
Seriously,
throw the money
like-
for it because we
No,
already we got the money for it from one person. Her name is Tara Brooks, and she actually donated the money to me just because she loves us.
Yeah.
And so Tara,
Now
But-
you have to bake her a cake in your air fryer.
but
Yes,
yet Thomas
but-
Thomas is actually fucking cheap. The guy
Can-
is
can
actually
we-
cheap for what he
But
fucking
seriously
doing.
though, can we have you on just for shits and giggles at one night? You want to be a part of this?
Sure, man. Yeah, if I
No.
have like a free Wednesday or something,
Yeah, just hit
you guys
Joe
go on
up
once a
and
week,
be like,
right?
no, seriously, hit Joe up and be like, hey, I'm free tonight. You guys doing the podcast? Like, seriously, like, dude, you like,
When Chrome starts working on my laptop again.
no,
I'll
even
just
if
start
it's on
sending
your
fucking the
phone,
link.
just even if you're on the road, dude, just be like, hey, Joe, are you guys doing the podcast tonight? Like, and if we don't have a guest, like, dude, we would just love to just bullshit with you.
And I still have so many fucking questions I want to ask you, but Garrett wouldn't shut the fuck up the whole time.
You know what, Joe? You know what? Here's the thing. This dude, me and him share a kinder heart that you
I didn't
guys
even get
will
to
never.
ask him if he could beat up Joseph Gordon-Levitt yet.
Can
no,
you?
I was supposed to ask that one.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
pretty tall.
hold on. Mark, ask that question. Do it right now.
Well,
Joe,
Joe
go
ruined
on,
it.
Mark.
Do
Go
it,
on,
Mark. Mark, do it. Do it. Do it, Mark.
Mark, ask that question. No, ask it. Okay,
Okay, fuck it.
Joe, go
hey,
on me.
Hey,
Go
hey,
on me.
Tom, could you beat up Joseph Gordon-Levitt when you guys were 13 when he played Angels in the Outfield and
At
you
14.
were Henry Roman and God?
He wasn't as tall back then. So I mean I maybe had like a little bit of a better
Yeah, a
vantage
better
point. He's
swing
pretty tall.
on him.
But yet, I think you're probably like buffer than he is. So I bet at now you could probably kick his ass, right?
I'm like a linebacker legs. So you'd have a
Next
hard
week
time
we
knocking
have
me.
Thomas, or sorry, we have Joseph Gordon-Levitt coming in, and he will actually explain when he.
I'm no one got my dad joke, so I'm just gonna pass it. I said that Thomas had a
Well,
better
you guys-
swing on Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Dude, I'm
No,
just
but he's got the reach now. He's like 6 feet tall, isn't he?
But you're
How
only
tall are you?
What, 5'7", 5'8"?
I'm like 4'9".
Okay, so is
Oh,
Mark.
you're
It's okay.
taller than Mark.
No.
Your IMDb and Wikipedia says that you are 5'7", sir. So or 5'8", I can't remember. Yes,
We're
we are.
about
talking.
Yeah,
the same.
no, I'm just messing around.
I'm 5'9", so we're about the same. Hey,
6'1".
by the way, so I'm gonna be in Tarzana April 16th, playing at a club called Last Call. If you hit me up and let me know if you want to come see us play, I will put you on the guest list. If you're
He'll
not
even buy
playing
you a drink,
shows,
or he'll even buy you a beer.
I will buy you drinks all night.
April 16th. I think I'm in Chicago.
Okay.
I leave
Well,
on.
here's the thing: if we ever meet, if we're ever in the same state on days off or whatever, and we're playing shows.
Fuck that. If you ever come here, I have a couch for you to sleep on over here if you need to.
But here's the thing, though: I will.
Can have
Do you
spare
like
bed.
dive bars? By the way,
I do like dive bars. Yeah.
okay. If you ever come to Seattle again, hit us up. I would love to introduce you to one of my favorite dive bars in Tacoma. Joe knows about it. Mark, unfortunately, doesn't know. It's one of they have one. Do you like sandwiches?
Who doesn't like sandwiches?
You'll be surprised. here's my thing. I will treat you to Browns in a sandwich. At one of the best dive bars you'll ever have in the Pacific Northwest. I will go. If you're playing a show that night, hit me up. Hit me up.
I'm getting to play them at 11:11, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So, Chris, I'm gonna get you a sandwich.
Sandwich. As long as I'm gonna hit you up.
Listen,
Hey,
Chris.
can I ask a quick question real quick? Because this is the biggest question that's ever this is the one that's fucking it's driving me fuck nuts. And this is just
He wants to know if your dick's bigger than mine.
okay. Nope. Star Wars or Star Trek?
If
For
he
me,
said
it's Star
Doctor
Wars,
Who,
but my mom's a Trekkie, so I kind of have an appreciation because it's my mom's favorite. You know.
Okay, so Star Trek or Lord of the Rings?
no, that doesn't no.
Hold on.
You're gonna compare. I mean, if you want to say
No,
like
if you had to
Lord of the
choose,
Rings
if
or
you had
Game
to
of
choose.
Thrones, wouldn't that be like the comparison?
No, Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings are in the same
I'm just
universe,
going with
so
the fucking
it's
question
not
I have
it's
written
not
down
any
that I need
difference.
to fucking find out. So I need to know Star Trek or Star Wars. You said Trek. So now I need to know Trek or Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
This is like the biggest if he's actually cool or not. It's gonna get there. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. It's gonna get there.
Hold on. Have you played D&D or did you play Star Fox?
neither.
That's dumb.
And you're like, and now the
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We've already spent the money that we had to spend. Who cares that shit what he has to say at this point?
No, seriously. Okay, what seriously? Did you grow up with Star Wars or did you not?
No, he grew up with Star
yeah,
Trek.
Star Wars.
Star
But you
Wars.
know-
No,
Star Trek.
I'm a Star. It's Star Wars for me.
Okay.
I said, but my mom is a Trekkie, so
Okay.
like
but
for
here's-
instance, I got her like 1972 8x10 Enterprise signed by Captain Kirk.
Nerd.
Of course, I also did my research on your mom. Yes, weird. I also did my
No, it's
research
not
on your
weird.
mom, and
Chill out, nerd war.
that's all I gotta say. And your brother. Apparently, you have a brother.
Fucking nerd war over here.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, I'm
shut
youngest
up for a
7.
second.
I can't choose between Star Trek and
You
Lord
have
of the
to,
Rings. It doesn't compute.
legally. I have already paid you enough that you have to legally choose.
No, you don't.
I know.
But
I'm
That doesn't.
just giving you
there's
shit.
No comparison.
That made me sound like a complete dick, but yes,
he's just I'm ending this interview right now.
No, my phone is like literally gonna die. It's giving me the.
All right,
old
Joe,
warning.
we
We've already
gotta
fucking
end it.
gotten our time from him. Honestly, Thomas, thank you for fucking hanging out with us for almost 2 hours.
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Like the fact, yes, it was funny that you were late, and this.
Hey,
is
Joe.
fantastic.
Joe, do me a favor. Where can we find you on all your social medias?
Joe Myers 86. Except for
You
Twitter, it's Joe Myers _86, and Thomas actually follows me on Twitter, not TikTok or Instagram.
So you can find me on Instagram as Root Beer Youth. You can find me on TikTok as Let Me Drummer. Hey, Marquitos, where can people find you?
Beerly _making_it. I'm Marquito. I'm .Marquitos on TikTok. Yeah.
And the three where you can find all three of us is at Beers and Bullshit on Instagram, Facebook.
Beards _beers _bullshit on
Hey Thomas, what's all of your social medias again?
It's TIN band. It's TIN band.
Band. Okay, perfect. All right.
Band, yeah.
So I'm gonna call it. Joe, are you gonna call it?
I'm gonna call it. Hold on. Okay, Thomas. Now is it the worst interview you ever done?
Like I said, when the interview was going, it was good.
Until
The
Mark
rest of it
got
wasn't
involved,
really an
right?
interview. So
I fucking
it's like
love
comparing.
every single-
It's
I love
it's
every
like
single
comparing
bit of
Star
this
Trek
shit.
to Lord of the Rings.
Okay, but Back to the Future is better than all of them, right?
I do love Back to the Future.
Let's go through the voices inside my head. Don't shotgun that beer, my friend. It's not something that I'm ready to hear. Cause once I drop that top, all my problems seem to disappear. So let's forget about this wrestling today and shotgun all the fucking bullshit away. Let's pop that top. It's squirt time. So cheers everybody, it's shotgun time!